All right, everyone, welcome back.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
what?
Did you just give Puppet like a tramp stamp?
How would I?
Oh.
What part of her character is visible in the token? This is an important
I can't
question.
see.
I need you to be able to answer this, Logan. Which
can't
part of a
see.
character is in the portrait? Because it's not
Why'd
like
you
your
say
lower back.
Logan? Because
That
you were
was-
talking. You were
That was
talking Frizzy.
Frizzy.
I know.
What's
I don't
going
know,
on?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Do we sound that much alike?
Damn, Ava.
Listen, I'm in the midst of a name change, and obviously so are all of
1
you.
second. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. Here, I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Oh boy.
And Frizzy wasn't part of the conversation yesterday.
There you go. You have
so-
to have the massive
No,
fuck off.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's what the thing I'm missing is. All right.
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you,
You're
Logan.
missing the giant penis, and then
Stop
Here.
drawing on my token.
1 second. 1 second.
We're enhancing your character's abilities.
Is that is a word
Oh, there
for
you go. There you go.
I'm gonna feel less bad for having to be mean to all of your characters today.
Yep.
Yep.
What?
Honestly, we're helping.
Mhm.
Adding the rest of it, Logan.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. There you go. I was gonna say
Okay.
you can't leave it off.
There you go.
All right. Welcome to this world map.
Transition. Jump cut.
As you can
Nice
see,
recap. Nice recap, by the way.
I'm
Perfect recap.
working on it.
Can you see the?
I'm
Can you
getting
guys see
there.
the stream? Okay. Can you hear the stream?
Oh yeah, we should probably.
Yeah. Just check. We'll check it real quick.
I see nice. big
Logan, don't look at or
trees.
no, Rizzy, don't look at the thing. Sorry, I'm broken.
There's some tall buildings, and they're
That's
even
a good
sponsored.
copyright. I like that. That's a good note.
All
We
right.
need
Good.
that.
Good.
Okay. All right, folks. On the last episode, I guess. Where did we leave off? I think okay, yeah. So you were on you had finished a long rest here at the old Warden Keep, and went into the main hall once you were awoke. There were some spiders. There was a weird tentacle orb thing, and there were the other jailers, or the jailers who were stranded on the other tower opposite you. And this all ended in a bit of a. You killed all the spiders and the weird tentacle thing. Things got a little bit confusing with how you were going to get out from these jailers who are blocking your exit, especially right when you were ready to fight through them, a bunch of pieces of the new Warden Keep fell out of the sky around you and landed in various places around this old Warden Keep. A bunch of goblins who work there, or who used to be jailers as well, ones who did not follow you through the portal, and a couple of other folks who were just happened to be at the prison, sort of charged out of their various half-sinking buildings and tried to reinforce the warden once they found her. Following this, you guys put on some good stalling technique, like you put everyone in a big web, you burned a bridge, you did some good stuff. Jolly found a tree that was on their side of the wall, near their tower, that was tall enough for you guys to climb up. You climbed up the tree and you ran along the wall, and you saw various a couple of people coming out of the building, in the new Warden Keep buildings that had fallen down, and you were able to drop into a absolutely filthy moat, climb out, and because you had burned the bridge after everyone was inside, you were able to get away pretty much scot-free. There was no one following you immediately. Jello, has a little bit of a head start on you all. He's a lot faster than all of you. And as Frizzy said, Jello is not going to stop running.
He
The good
is
news is,
a rabbit.
yes. The good news is, Jello rolled a nat 20 on his survival check, so he is not going to die. What I think I said for that was that you followed the path of least resistance through this bog, and that happened to be the path that the monkey goblin named Pox had taken to find this this keep here, and so you ended up kind of just running directly into their house.
Probably just sit in front of the house or nearby. If I did.
Yeah, like
I
everything
wouldn't
is
go
just
in.
yeah. How would I describe this? Everything around is just like bogs and things that are half rotted into the ground, things that are overgrown with various vines and mosses and whatever the hell grows in these areas. Don't at me, Matt.
Ogres.
Because Matt knows all sorts of shit about peat bogs, and it's like, oh wait, I just got sorry. That took me a minute. Thank you. That was good. Yeah, you end up seeing a kind of a tower. It is the like very end of a large piece of like an island, basically, right before there's a large, wide open span of water. And so there's not really anywhere to run, and this building looks well put together. Like there's lights on inside, or candlelight inside. Wait, no, there wouldn't be candlelight inside. It just looks like someone has been living in it. Like it looks like people have taken care to, clear out dead shit and
Spray
clean off
paint
the
on the
windows and
walls.
stuff like that. It's still,
Right.
its lower floor is still underwater, but I'm
Right.
gonna actually do something that's for stream to see what I'm talking about. I think it was Shift Z.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. A visual.
Yeah, this is the art that I have for it. Just imagine it's backing onto a bog, and that's roughly what you'd be looking at here.
Okay.
But yeah, that doesn't help Jello much.
No.
Jello, what you would see when you stop moving is Pox. I don't think Jello didn't meet Pox, did you?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. No. Okay. So you would see this this building, ivy creeping up along it, and a hole blasted in the side of the second floor, so that it's basically at walking height with the peat you're on, or with the ground that you're standing on. And high up in a window, or kind of on the roof of this thing, high up, out of reach, is a monkey goblin who is crawling around. And I don't know if you can't roll stealth, you can't roll perception. So I'm
Nope.
gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt that if you reach this point where you can run no further, and you just hunker up next to the wall and stop. Is that about the?
That's not the Jello thing to do. Jello would say hi.
Okay.
He'd be like, okay. I think I'm safe now. And then, hello. Just like kind of yelling, just but meekly yelling at the creature, and just little wave, even though it's just a black blob basically from probably that distance.
The monkey goblin on the roof turns her head and looks at you and scampers down the wall.
Oh,
Like face down, like way too agile, kind of a little bit creepy in how easily she climbs down and how quickly. She just stares at you. She says,
Yeah.
"What are you?"
me?
Yeah, what are
What
you?
am I?
What am you?
I lift up my
Look
left
at your
foot and
ears.
say, I lift up my left foot and I'm like kind of have my foot out and he's like, I'm a wabbit. And then yeah, see, long ears, big feet, wabbit, wabbit. Yeah, that's me. I'm a little. I'm pretty big compared to most rabbits, but you know, that's okay. It's okay being a little bit bigger. Jesus.
As you're having this conversation, someone steps out of the blasted hole in the side of the building. They are a hobgoblin. I'm trying to find their
Jello would
other-
be asking what they are. To just be clean, like, so
Just
yeah.
immediately as someone walks out, like, who the fuck are you? You're saying, can I do this on other tab?
Not who.
Does this pop up for you all
what?
people?
My mom
Okay,
said they're
doesn't look
always
like
a who, no matter what they are.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just drop this guy's token into map. I couldn't find a token that quite represented the voice and the attitude I have for this guy, but there, it's a hobgoblin. He's got a bunch of hair. He seems fairly well dressed and established here. He looks like his hands are kind of covered in fish guts right now. He was in the middle of prepping something.
Oh,
And as he's saying, "Who are you?" You're saying, "What are you?" And he says,
it's a new. I think I was trying to ask that to the person I was already talking to.
"Oh, okay."
But then as soon as the other person comes, I was like, oh, hello, how are you?
How are you? What
Yeah.
are you asking? Okay.
How are you? I don't know how else to rephrase this. How are they? I'm concerned about their well-being.
Yeah, the hobgoblin just says, "Okay, Pox, come inside right now." And Pox's ears fold down and they look real sad to part with it. They just very quickly like they pause for a minute, they hesitate, they think about it, and then they just like touch your ear and then giggle and run away.
I guess bye.
Yeah, they run off inside. And then
Oh wait.
are you okay? Are you did you come from the orchestra or are you something else?
Well, I really don't know what the first one is, so I'm going to say the second one because I don't really. What is an orchestra?
It's the thing where how does Pox say it? Everyone screams and whatever's left behind gets exciting. You're
Well, that doesn't sound very exciting.
I don't think you should listen to it.
are you new? Okay. How about I rephrase that? How about I rephrase this? Did you fall through the giant hole in the sky, or were you born in a massive screaming and just unknowable shapes?
Well, those both sound a little familiar. Maybe. I think maybe the first one. The first one sounds more familiar. I did fall. It was pretty high. It kind of hurt. I think.
I mean, he's like staring over your head up at the like weird light in the clouds over top of the old new Warden Keep. And he says, "Okay, so I assume you're from Corvair then? You're not."
Jello looks back and realizes that actually exists. Like, oh, what is that? Oh, that's that's no good. Yeah, I did come from over there, but I don't know what that is. I think.
Okay, okay. You're from Corvair and you just got lost. Okay, this is fine actually.
Well,
You know,
I'm not lost. I'm right here.
that's a great attitude. You know what? That is a great attitude. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
How
Do you
long
want
would they
something to
be?
eat?
How long would they be talking before I caught up?
Probably like y'all go a fair distance. I would say maybe
Well, I can run
like
faster than everybody else too, so.
that's true. That's fair. If you were trying to catch up and you were not that far behind, I don't know, maybe you're 15 minutes behind the rest of the party's half an hour. Like you ran for a bit. You
Yeah.
got a pretty big lead.
Yeah, no, I know. I just wasn't sure how long it would have
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair.
been.
And he says, "Are you alone?"
Well, right now, yes.
In
But
general,
I did come with some others. They fell down with us. There was a few. There was like some big lady. It's a very strong, kind of fierce. And then there was a few others as well. And there was this really nice lady who was she liked to hit things. It was it's pretty cool. There's a few others as well. One that was kind of a little bit more scary, kind of yeah, she had made a face, and I didn't really like it, but I had to be friendly, you know, put on a good face.
how do you know these people?
I really don't actually. They were
Oh,
kind of just fell together almost out of I really don't know how I got picked up and thrown in, and I really don't remember why that happened. The lady that likes to hit things, she grabbed me after she was starting to yell at this old lady, and that wasn't really being very nice. And then her neck did a weird thing where it just kind of snapped left, and it kind of looked a little weird, and yeah. Is that what you
okay.
wanted
So
to know?
okay, so Muscle Lady came with. Where were you? What is this? Like, were you? I'm trying to map
well,
out where this.
I was in a place where bad people go when they do bad things, but I didn't do any bad thing. I don't know what I did, actually.
Okay. You were in. Were you in jail? Were you in a
that would be.
gang? Were you?
Well, it was more like a prison. That's what they called it. That's what Mom called
Okay.
it too. But
Okay. Group of prisoners. Okay. Thank you. I'm tempering my expectations. Please
why are you
leave
tempering
the area.
expectations? What's going on? Is everything
Mhm.
okay? Jello tilts his head to the side, trying to listen.
It's everything will be fine. You seem just fine. Let's see if your friends are just as well. If you want, go inside. There's some
I really want to roll in it. I want to roll insight, but I'm not at my computer.
All right. Someone want to roll insight for Jello?
Yeah. I'm just like I cut my head. I'm
What's
like,
your
I'm just trying to. What's my for? I think it's a 4 or so. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember my sheet.
plus 4 or plus here?
+4, +5, or +7. It's around one of those. I can't remember. I can't tell you.
Hang on.
+4.
There we go.
Thank you, Matt.
That's 9.
Okay.
He seems he doesn't seem like he's lying to me. So, you know.
Actually,
I guess
no. You get the impression that he is maybe being delicate with his words, and he does not trust you at this point. But he is inviting you inside.
Okay. Can I give him a hug?
Don't know if that's a good invitation or a bad.
Can I give him a hug? A little bunny hug. Just a little one.
he takes a step back as you get that close to him.
I
And he's-
just, this is how I greet people. My mom taught me to be very friendly, and this is how I do it. And then I just sort of like reach in and just grab the leg and just hug, little butt wiggle, and then go inside.
Jesus Christ.
Very
Your
important,
mother
but
did a poor job. Like, you should have been kidnapped a long time ago.
right.
That's why she never
Oh.
let me leave.
Uh, if you were looking at this guy, you would see as he is trying to figure out if he now has 2 children that he is raising, or what's happening here. It's just like, oh no. But yeah,
Guess I
you
go
were
inside
invited
and I try
inside.
to find that other friend.
Yeah, she is. They are. I don't know. I didn't give them a gender explicitly, and now it feels weird to give them
They
one.
are.
So I keep. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to
Okay.
they are.
Okay.
They are currently. They have a jar. They are sitting in the corner of the room.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no. They're sitting on top of a pile of barrels. And they have a glass jar, and they have one hand inside the glass jar, and they are trying to get a small piece of pickled fish out of it. And they see you, and they just are like, "Daddy Zips likes you. Good."
Oh, that's really good. I was a little worried for a moment. He kind of gave me a little look, and I just wasn't too sure. But, that's okay. It's reassuring to hear that from you.
Yeah, he gives lots of little looks. It's one of his things. Do you wanna?
That's
Do you
good to
wanna?
know.
Do you wanna pickle fish?
A pic- Ooh,
Pickle
I don't
fish?
know, but let me see. And then I walk over.
I can actually
I
put.
guess I.
This will be purely for the stream's benefit, but I'm actually gonna put y'all on the map of this tower. I'm hoping I don't have like lighting and things set up because I really, really hope that y'all aren't gonna have to make a combat encounter out of this. But yeah, let me just drag.
Knowing us, anything's possible.
You do know what I rolled last week, right?
I do. I
Okay.
certainly do, and that's why I made this map. But here we are. Yeah, you approach and they hand down it's just like a sliver of fish. It's not even technically cooked. It's the pickling process has changed it. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong about how this works. It was a while since I looked up whether it's a thing or not. Whether you could pickle a fish.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You could probably pickle anything if you
you could
tried.
pickle
See, why
most
not?
things if you try. But yeah, it's kind of just a slimy sliver of fish.
Oh, I give it a little nibble and prepare to throw up.
It's very roll Constitution. Well, you can't roll.
Good, great. Okay, help.
It's a much
Help.
lower DC this time.
I don't know what
This
your
is not
plus.
Bog Brother.
Delicious.
I don't know what your
Yeah.
plus is, but I rolled you a 12.
Yeah, you're
Con
fine.
is probably a +1.
You're fine. It's very briny, but it's good. And you have
This
not
is a lot
eaten
better than that
since.
other thing that I got fed. Oh, and I get to yum 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 yum. He
Okay.
audibly yum yum yums,
Jesus Christ.
like yum
Oh
yum
God,
yum.
that's so good.
Right, you love it.
Slada,
Don't lie.
Slada, you now have caught up. You see the tower. You see a hobgoblin standing outside of it, wand in hand, looking out in your direction. You can, if you're trying to be at all stealthy,
Go lay
then you
down.
can roll stealth first. But
No, I'm
that-
not. I just was pell-mell running after Jello.
Mhm.
So seeing this guy, I'd kind of like run up to him and just looking for a rabbit. Have you seen it? Him?
Yeah. Yes, he is currently, I think, eating some fish with my kid.
Good. So he's not dead.
No,
She like
no.
at this
he's-
point like bends over and puts her hands on her knees to like try to catch her breath so she doesn't have to keep running anymore.
Yeah. Are you the? How many in your party exact? I'm trying to get a straighter answer. He was not the most
Uh,
simple
What
to
did he-
talk to, gentlemen.
what did he tell you?
That you were in prison together, you fell out of the sky, and that there's a lady who likes to punch things, and or a lady who likes to fight things rather, and a scary lady, and I think that was about all I learned.
So, I'm probably the lady that likes to fight things. There is a lady that likes to scare things, or is scary. I assume she enjoys it. I don't know. And then there's an obnoxious guy and his robot, and supposedly a friend of his, but we can't find that person. And then a
Is
short little
that the idiot
pipsqueak.
who was running through the bog on a spectral horse that walked on water? That idiot?
God, I love him. He's my idiot.
Maybe. Because he came through around the same time of us, I'm going to venture a guess to say yes, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, yeah, he passed by here last night.
Oh, yeah, that. I'll double check with Warren, but yeah, I think that's him. And then there's another short stack coming as well. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count the robot. 5, 7? 7 of us with me and the rabbit inside. But one of those is the robot. I guess 8 if you count the
Okay.
guy that went by on the horse, but I don't know if he's coming back. There were
Oh,
7 of us that got put in jail together, and somehow we all ended up here together. And well, I know how. The guy on the spectral horse, if he's who I think he is, created a portal to get us out of the prison, which brought us here, along with the warden and like half the prison apparently.
okay,
Jello just took
teleportation
off-
mishap. You're in for the same reason I'm in. Great.
Yeah. Jello took off running. I followed. Everybody else should be at some point behind. He's not dead.
No, he's fine. Yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm. Oh, sorry, go on.
Are you by chance Pax's relative, dad, person?
Yes, I'm the one taking care of them. I'm
Cool.
Ezeblob. Nice to meet you. Sorry, be
Yeah.
more formally introduced.
Saleda. Sorry if you forget the proper introductions whenever you're around in jail
Yes,
and
yes.
fighting for things. So,
So I don't know if I much like the idea of having. I understand you are probably quite disoriented. I don't think I like the idea of having 6 and a robot escaped convicts in my temporary, albeit temporary, domicile with my infant child. Is that am I being fair in that assessment? You think? Is there a particular reason that I would want to harbor you?
other than the fact that Pox introduced herself to us and brought us some of that bog butter, which was actually pretty good, by the way. I have to say,
Oh no!
I
What
was hesitant, but it was actually really good.
is that where they were last night? Okay. Ah,
Yeah, she came
Poor
back trying to talk to Jolly, who was on watch before me. So I guess that's how they met. But then I was on watch with Puppet, who's the really scary one. Jolly is the little short stack. And yeah, so she came back and brought that, and nobody else seemed to like it. I thought it was pretty good. As far as why you should harbor us, I don't know that we're necessarily expecting you to, so much as just Pox said you were here and we were talking about food. And we're trying to find Valentine, who's I think the guy on the horse again, but that's more of a question for Warren. I don't know. Do you have water? Can I just I've caught my breath, I think, at this point.
I think I can get you some water. Yes. Also, I just want to say I didn't need to do a recap at all. We got everything covered right here. um, he says, "Wait out here a moment," and steps inside and checks on
Wait a second.
Jello.
Did the character break the fourth wall there?
Hmm?
Did the character actually break the fourth wall? Just look off the side like there's a camera.
No.
Okay.
That was me as the GM breaking my.
Yeah,
I guess
know,
my
I
character
just-
voice wasn't strong enough that you could hear the difference. But yeah, I was just saying. Yeah. By the way, we didn't need a recap. We had it right there.
Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's yeah. Anyways, he comes back out and he has a what looks like a beat up metal, kind of like a soldier's tin sort of thing, and it's full of water. And he just hands it to you to drink. Soldier's tin. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's like just a beat up piece of metal, kind of full of water.
It's a beat up tin cup. Got it.
Yeah.
You take it and just like down it and just thank you. Much appreciated. If you don't want me coming in, I suppose I understand. Can I see Jello? Is he
I guess his name is Jello. I didn't think to ask.
the rabbit? Sorry, I could have specified.
Yeah, as a
No one
blob
ever thinks to ask the
sticks his
name.
head back in through the curtain that sort of opens into the second floor of this building, and just sort of calls Jello over. Just says, "One of your friends is here. I think it's the fighty lady, or maybe it's the strong lady, or maybe it's the scary lady. It could go a lot of different ways at this point."
You.
I'm
you
definitely not the
basically-
scary lady. You'll know the scary lady when you see her. Trust me.
You just hear a little bit of like, if it's highly audible, you hear, huh? Oh, ow! As he falls off a barrel, and he's like, walks outside. Oh, hello. This is the muscle lady that likes to fight and hit things. She's really friendly and cuddly and soft and oh.
She like
Kinda-
kind of blushes if anybody's paying any attention.
Jello is not paying attention. Jello was direct looking at the goblin.
a little thing in the corner of your screen says, "Ezeblob will remember that." I'm gonna write his name down because it's
You had that
Hello,
down.
glad to see you're okay.
As a bulb. Okay.
Just know in the future you run faster than like all of us combined.
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to slow down for all of you?
Oh, we more didn't want you
Aw.
running off on your own.
You see
Is
kind of Jello sink down a little, like he'd done a bad.
she like holds out her arms like offering a hug and is like, you didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. And I just can't keep up with you, and neither can anybody else to make sure that nobody does you any harm.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's still looking down, but he kind of walks a little bit forward for the hug that he thinks is there.
She like gives him a big bear hug, like
Okay.
just
Okay.
envelopes him.
Okay. It's okay. Hi, hello. It's little tight. Okay. Hi. Woo.
And she lets go and is just
Woo. She's strong. Yep.
so yeah, so everybody else should be coming behind me. I honestly don't know how far back they are.
Like everybody, even the how about Candleman and the big the warden lady? Is she coming too?
No, I think the warden and everybody else got trapped in the building used, so definitely helped us climb over by finding the tree.
Oh.
But
Oh, okay. Well, that's sad.
I meant everybody from our party that came into the prison together.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, that includes Candleman.
Okay. Well, at least get to see Candleman soon. But Jello kind of walks back in a little bit disappointed that the warden lady's not coming.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Go
I
on.
was just saying, he goes back over to the barrels and it's just like kind of just playing, eating food, snacking, opening jars. Whatever do kids do these days?
Yeah, you're trading Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever. I don't
Netflix
know.
and chill.
No,
Netflix and chill.
no.
Jello.
That's why I said it. Come on, you don't see that happening?
Far too scary.
Also, that's a old goblin, isn't it?
Pardon? But yeah,
It's a
that is
monkey
a
goblin.
that is a monkey goblin
Monkey
child.
goblin.
They are young. Yeah, let's I'm gonna just fast forward things and say the rest of the party arrives in the next moment or two.
Leave the cat alone.
No.
So you see this tower that is more pristine than everything around it. It's been cleared out and cleaned up. You see Saleda talking to a hobgoblin outside. And the hobgoblin is got his. I mean, y'all have a lot of extra stealth because of Pass Without Trace still. So again, if you guys want to sneak up, you're pretty much going to get that for free. But if you aren't, then...
Lost that as soon as she was 30 feet away from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to
We had to
change
stay within
things.
30 feet of her to get that effect.
Those that
Okay,
ran
I
off.
gotta
Those that
change
stuck
some
with
notes.
me. Those that stuck within the 30 feet. So the following party are probably still within the pass without a trace. It'll be Jello and Saleda.
Nobody else would be within 30 feet because Jello took off at what 120
20
or
feet.
90 feet, 60
Of
feet.
me though, because it's me
120.
that cast the pass without trace, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
it was me.
Was it you? Okay.
It was me.
Yeah, we're the ones that lost it then.
You're a snapping branch.
Puppet.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my
Uh,
other character.
Matt, you okay,
She's
bud?
not even hopping through the bog. What's wrong?
We can't hear
You're roboting out, my friend. I'm sorry.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Didn't robot
Adam,
out for me.
Hmm.
Was it me?
No, I got roboted too, so that was weird.
Well,
Just give it another try and we'll be patient.
And I'm hearing a national weather alert going off on the TV behind me, and it's storming here, so
Oh boy.
hopefully I won't lose connection or anything.
Ooh.
why this is. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I was just saying that Puppet is not being stealthy. She is furiously stomping through the bog, like muttering to herself, saying, "We ran. Can't believe we ran. We had them. We could have taken them all apart. We could have taken our freedom back, but we ran. I'm surrounded by cowards, and we ran."
Objectively true.
Yeah, but you all arrive here,
It's
and
okay.
if that's the first impression made by the other four of you, as if Bob kind of just is like eyes locked on the muttering tiefling who is cursing and stomping,
The scary
and
one.
says, "I got that through context, but thank you." Hi everyone, Jello's fine. This is my home. I am welcome to
Can
the
Jello
found.
hear this?
Yes.
Okay. You just hear a little muffled. I'm okay. From inside.
Oh God,
Oh no.
Matt's
I can hear it now,
piano
yeah.
falling down the
Right, sort of.
stairs.
Is
Nope, we got nothing, Matt.
I have
Matt,
no idea.
Matt, I'm so
No
sorry.
door shutters. Doors. What?
What?
Precisely. We're back to not being able to hear you.
Okay, you all else heard that instead of speaking, what we got out of Matt was a piano falling down the goddamn stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And doors. I got doors.
And doors and shutters, yeah. He was casting thaumaturgy or whatever. Be scary.
Was he? Oh, I couldn't
I think so.
tell. I literally could not tell.
Well, I mean, it would be weird if he wasn't. If it was just like that's just a thing that happened. I'll be like, well,
Jello.
I thought I controlled the shutters in this universe, but actually, no, you do. You said it with such
Jello
confidence.
does? You just
Matt
see
controls
Jello.
everything. What are you talking about?
Shutters. I gotta make it look convincing.
I'm curious how Warren's been running here. Has he just been kind of like sitting on the shoulders of his robot?
Well, he hasn't been doing anything because Warren doesn't exist.
Sorry, Weirin.
Weirin does. Warren is a completely different guy.
It's his
and I think
brother.
he goes by Peace these days.
Yeah, we get
Peason?
it. Warren Peace. It's fun. It's funny,
Yeah.
dude.
But we're talking about that one guy from Sky High.
Oh, okay.
This
The guy who shoots flames?
Yeah.
Obvious
Oh,
Sky
yeah.
High
I love
reference.
I
This
love
is
that
a
movie.
Sky High campaign now, by the way.
So good.
I love Bruce Campbell and like the kids in the
Coach
hall characters.
Boomer.
Yeah, Coach Boomer. And
Hero.
Dave
Sigh.
Foley's character, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he's the one that has the brain.
The
Is it
brain.
literally Kids in the Hall.
God, I love
Anyone know that show?
No.
You're missing out on Canadian culture.
Canadian culture. I mean, he's just been walking like everybody else. Like he's just like he's not actually crippled.
He just pretends to be crippled on certain days when.
Yeah, it was situationally useful to pretend that he needed a cane. It made a very good weapon.
What's this goblin monkey look like? I'm trying to find him. Hawks? Hawks.
Are we
Oh.
waiting on something?
We're
Matt,
waiting on
Matt.
Matt.
Fixing
mean-
He's
his
he's
audio.
restarting his PC.
Okay. I did not hear the ping because the stupid thing was streamer enabled. Well, I'm gonna go
well,
make
he
a
put it in-
coffee.
He put it in the roll.
Oh,
20
yeah, you
chat.
are. Okay.
Yeah, good time.
You know, as soon as she walks away, Matt's gonna be back on.
Yep.
We're gonna do one of those things where just
We all
a
take
constant stream
turns.
of everyone takes a turn being like, oh well, if everyone else is taking a break, I'm gonna take a break. I made a terrible mistake earlier in that I bought chocolate covered coffee beans, which was a great idea. And I bought Skittles, which was a great idea. But then I put them
No,
in the
not
same bowl, so
together.
unless I'm looking, I can't tell which one is which.
No.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm not like I'm having them in order. I'm having the chocolate coffee beans, and then later I will have the Skittles. But you don't want to bite into one thinking it's the other.
No, or I'm thinking bite into both at the same time.
How do you? Okay. Do you eat like multiple Skittles at the same time?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
pop multiple coffee beans at the same time too.
yeah.
My
like, you
God.
eat multiple Smarties at the same
Wait.
time.
Huh. Oh,
Can I-
I'm just.
And the Kiss Skittles, but coffee beans.
Right, Frosty, are you the one who eats like McDonald's fries, like one at a time?
Sometimes.
Always? Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't eat
precious
McDonald's fries
Die
if I can
Hard.
help it, because I
That's
don't
fair.
want to die. But
Ah,
you know, you know how it is.
apparently I crave death. Woo!
What McDonald's fries taste like,
Fucking salty. Lope.
I'm glad we have Frizzy here to fill the dead air with his random noises.
Sorry, it literally made me think of a Final Fantasy 14 character.
Hey, listen, 20 years from now, when we all make it big on one of our sponsored campaigns that Squarespace is paying for, someone's going to go back through the VODs and they're going to laugh at that joke. So don't you worry, bud.
I don't think so. I think you're like, why did he say that?
But we need to talk about when we make it all big and when we'll be making money again.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Matt. So just to keep you up to date, Chelsea's making coffee, quote unquote. So we'll be back in another minute. But you just talk for a second so we can get a read on how your robot situation is. Oh no, he's dead.
The robot
I
is
say,
dead.
Actually,
he's not anything
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh,
or not.
Chat.
It's
oh no.
y'all can't hear me.
Still
Some of the
cutting
time.
out.
I'm betting this is a Discord issue. Who joined the
Yeah.
server first? That's a good question.
Chelsea.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Server.
Yep.
An
I can hear you
official-
right now.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna go in and out or not. I fucking hate my internet.
Yeah, you gotta get an Ethernet cord, my dude. Someone 2
How-
blocks down is using a microwave, and
we
you're
all
screwed.
log out and Matt logs in and see if that helps.
When
if
Chelsea
he
gets back,
opens-
we can try that. Because right
if he
now,
opens the server.
Yeah.
once Chelsea gets back.
Lay down. Leave the kitty alone.
I want to touch it.
She doesn't like you.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything that you just said, Frizzy, is exactly what Ava's thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what Jello would do. Hell.
Who's the wannabe Twilight extra in the found chat?
The what?
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 Oh, that's the person from Sky High that someone was referencing.
Oh, yeah. That's War and Peace.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, Chelsea, we're gonna try taking everyone out of the chat and then letting.
Solaire. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think
We're coming.
Hey, Matt.
Me.
I don't think
It's not worked.
it's anything. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still breaking out.
Doesn't normally though, does he? It's
No, that's
It's
It's
been a
a-
little bit since we've had an issue like this.
But we have had issues with it before. It's kind
Yeah.
of. He really needs to be on
like is it
wired internet.
something different today or
My theory is someone's using a microwave 2 blocks down from him. That's all
Yeah.
it takes with wireless.
Sorry, that was me. I apologize.
Yeah, when Frizzy uses the microwave to make popcorn, that's what. You know?
That's what Matt has internet problems halfway
Mhm.
across the country.
It's just how it bounces off the stratosphere and all. It's just like a thing that happens. Don't even. It's very science.
Curse you, 5G!
So, Frosty, I know you
Mhm.
can't control all of this. Typically, we go like 5 to 8 ish, right? My time.
Yes. Yeah.
So I can do about an hour longer than that, but I have class tomorrow for the start of school.
That's
so-
all right. I'm gonna try and get a early start on driving to Chelsea's tomorrow, so it's okay if we
Fair
don't get to go super late.
I just wanted you to be aware so that, we
So
weren't
5?
asking in the moment and I was going, yeah, no, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. All right. So that would be trying to translate that. So that would be for Eastern 7 to 10. You can't
Yes.
go later than 11.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Sorry, usually I do the conversion for other
No,
people.
that's all right.
You just do the conversion, but into the wrong time zone. That would really fuck.
I mean, I've done that too.
Mm.
Just do it in the reverse way. It's it's
What,
Just use-
puppy?
Just use GMT.
She does not like the fact that I'm sitting in my computer chair at my desk and she can't get to me to sit in my lap.
Poor fucking thing. Boo!
The dog, yeah, you'd think I'm mistreating her.
Yeah. Yeah. So why
what
One Piece? Sorry.
Oof.
oof.
Nope.
This is maybe this will end up being a more fighty session just because Matt can't do the role play very easily. Yeah.
I love Puppet. I wanted to know what she was so angry about.
Yeah, I know, right? But instead there's just a big mean bat. The bat's, saying racial slurs or something. I don't know, and you gotta kill it now. That's the session. Listen, I'm an expert writer for adventures, and that's what that has to be.
I know while Matt's working on his stuff. Frosty, do you like historical fiction novels?
That's a mixed bag with me. I technically started writing one, but it started out as a fantasy novel, and then later I was like, maybe this could be historic fiction because I'm getting bored of trying to make analogs for actual societies, and I'd rather just use the cool shit I learned about them to represent them. But
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't read a lot of historical fiction that I actually liked.
I'm reading.
Oh, actually, no wait. All the White Spaces. That's historical fiction. I like that.
I'm reading Naomi Novak's book series that takes place during the Napoleon War with dragons.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool. It's like 9 books long, and they're not like super heavy reads, like at least for me they're not, but
Oh,
Matt.
poor Matt.
Hey, you might want to look up your
He's got a store rather
ISP
than
and see if there might be an
Jack.
issue in your area.
And then once he fixes his stuff, Jacqueline's internet's gonna die. So
Because of bad weather.
Maybe
Not
just
squid.
as you all approach the tower and you see Puppet being bratty to the first non-hostile being you have seen since you entered this place, someone just wraps a hand around her mouth like, "Hey, shut up." And that's why
Randy,
Matt can't speak for the whole rest of the session.
Randy Orton
She was
slithers
being
up and
bratty
just an RKO.
to this person.
Not yet. She was about to, and you cut her off, or someone did. Maybe that's what happened.
I'm not
Aw.
cutting her off. Are you kidding me? She fucking
Jolly
had
would.
lice eat something.
Jolly
Jello
would.
would, but innocently.
I mean, I'm not putting my hand over her mouth and touching her in any way.
I'd hug her.
Oh, that's because you didn't see her devour something with lice from her head or whatever it was.
She can do that? Oh,
I think
that's a little
anybody.
scary, but that's okay. She's friendly.
In fact, she's got pet
Mhm.
lice.
I just now have a healthy respect for her. Healthier than I did initially.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll go on without Matt, and we'll just have Matt as a. I really was excited to see this this D8 roll play out, but I think this is going to be the one you saw previously. The I need quiet, just like as people are talking, she is just covering her ears in the corner.
Okay.
Are you rescheduled for Sunday or something? Or I don't know.
Sunday won't work, unfortunately.
I'll be driving
Yeah,
home.
Sunday won't work for me either.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want
Angry
to play without
puppet.
Puppet.
I know.
Matt can do
know.
Angry Puppet next session.
Ross,
Yeah.
do Angry Puppet. Do it.
I don't know how to do
Actually,
Angry Puppet.
Kennedy.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
Chaos.
yeah, we can hear you.
Now?
Fine.
Has it
Everything's
passed?
loading up quicker now all of a sudden.
Is it passed?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Angry
Matt,
Puppet,
tell me what you're
yay.
gonna tell me.
If one more fucking thing acts up,
Because
What?
I'll send
you
Ryan the
reported
order,
it,
don't
and
worry.
yeah.
This
Now
is
that you
literally
looked
putting you in
out.
character as someone angry right now.
it really is.
Making it more realistic.
Yeah, I can't wait for the rabbit to die.
Millie's over there with just unplugging and plugging in the rotor to
Just
help you
hit the
get in
switch
character.
back and forth.
Mhm.
This sounds like a freaking joke in the movie Airplane.
Oh God. Okay, that's very angry.
I was just testing to make sure it's actually working.
Ah, Angie.
So
Shit.
we're gonna try one last time
Mhm.
here. Yeah. So she's just muttering to herself, and once we get to the tower, any window shutters, any doors, any open flames just begin to like sputter and crash and just from like ambient thaumaturgical magic that she's putting out, every 6 seconds.
Oh God. So you all are approaching, and suddenly the tower starts like clapping, and
Starts
As a
becoming
blob-
Haunted Mansion and Disneyland.
yeah, as a blob looks inside, and like the fire that he set to cook some fish is just going insane. And he sticks his head back out and he says, "Okay, is that the scary one then?"
I told you that was the scary one.
Yeah, no, I get. All right. Nice to meet you all. As a blob, nice to meet you. Yeah. Welcome
You're
to
a
the found.
blob?
As a blob.
I immediately swivel onto Jolly at that point.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh boy.
just wide-eyed and
Why don't I have
angry.
Mo on this map?
I don't know why. I was wondering that actually. Just now.
I counted to 4, and one of them was the robot, and I didn't notice. Sorry, go on, Matt.
And just like screaming at her, "Why did you run? It was a master stroke. You took one of them out within the first few seconds, and then you ran. We all ran." And then I swivel on Mo, "And you couldn't even be bothered to step into the building. But of course, you wouldn't want to raise a hand to your own kind, right? Even if they would take your freedom. And then what about you, Weirin? We promised you power. We promised you an opportunity to take back everything your people had lost. We had them. We could have burned them alive and ripped them asunder, but we ran.
You were on
Cowards,
top of
the
a wall.
lot of you."
You were on top of a wall when I was
Oh,
on the
you
fucking ground.
nothing.
I did not run.
One second. If I notice this fucking rabbit.
Roll stealth, Jello. Roll stealth.
Yep, you notice it.
Eldritch Blast at the top of the door right above
Does he leave a little?
Jello's head.
Okay. Cool.
There's a little.
I'll lash
chocolate-
out after that.
Yeah. This hobgoblin is just actually no, he's taking a step away from you. He's
I'm gonna go here.
You okay in there? You've got
You just hear heavy breathing.
What the hell was that, Puppet?
Puppet, how about we go hunting? You want to go hunting? Get some of this residual rage out? Kill something? We don't even have to. We don't even have to bring it back, you know, in one piece. You could just
Well, now
blast
you
it
want to kill
smithereens.
something. Now.
Listen, I
You,
will
I
always kill
overheard
something.
your conversation before. You're an assassin. You're paid to kill people, and you ran.
Who was gonna pay me to kill all those folks? Answer me that.
You've been paid with your freedom. They wouldn't be hunting us anymore.
I'm already free.
My hand like lashes out towards her like a clawed talon, very close to the side of her face. And I just start taking deep breaths and close my hand into a fist and bring it back to my side, and I just stalk off.
Jolly shrugs.
Hey Matt, if you want to go stalk off, like if you and especially if you and Jolly want to go on a little side adventure, I can definitely roll on the random encounter table for you and see how that goes. You probably won't die.
She's storming away at the moment, so whatever you want to feel is appropriate.
Okay, I'll think on that later. See how long you storm off for. Oh yes, this is perfect. I have all the people I want here, and the people I didn't have plans for have made their own plans. I love being a DM.
The wardens have no authority.
The warden of what again?
The wardens of the new keep. They have no authority there because there is no.
True. Technically, this is Old Keep.
What was she going on about and being so pissy about?
That we did not stay and kill them.
And
So we can all end up on death row.
just because she has some vendetta against everybody.
Yeah.
Not to say that I don't not share it, but there's also a time and a place, and that was not the time nor the place.
Yeah,
They do their job.
I don't care about that. There was just other things that were more beneficial to be doing at that point. Like not ending up on death row or being killed by all of them.
If I need to kill them, then. But.
Okay, this is a fun group of friends you've brought to my door, Jello.
Did Jello
You
use
just-
the word
you just
friends
see-
because
Jello vibrating.
we friends may be a very loose term for most of us here. But Jolly, Pox is inside.
I've followed.
Yeah, they both.
I follow.
I
Yeah.
didn't know she left.
Yeah, they
knocked off.
those two. They're out on an adventure. It's gonna be epic. Unless one of them dies, but we'll see.
I turned to the hobgoblin and just sorry, wasn't necessarily trying to bring angry Puppet to your door.
Yes, I would hope not, because that was she blasted a hole in my curtain and nearly in Jello.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know where to go from here. I'm Ezeblob. Nice to meet you. I can give you some food, but I would rather you be on your way and not linger here.
Well, if you see our predicament, if we go on, they won't know where to find us, and we'll just come back here anyway. So I unfortunately think
got-
we may be stuck here until they return.
Do you have any instrument?
Instrument. I got a pile of random stuff in the basement. I know.
Especially a horn or a drum. It's of no consequence. I can sing.
Ezeblob pokes his head in the doorway again. Just says, "Pox, do you in your toy room downstairs? Do you have a drum or an instrument or anything?" And then you hear a answer in the affirmative, and then Pox scurries out along the wall. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! They're in the wrong order. Like scurries out along the wall. Stops here, like over top of the hobgoblin's head, and just waves to Weirin and Mo. And then crawls along to the front of the house. And
My waves back.
a moment later, they come back with a little drum. They say,
Thank you.
"I found this. Now it's yours, and now we're friends forever."
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Our friends above all the other friends. Okay?
Yes.
And all the other friends, if the other friends ever try and be mean, you have to be on my you're my friend first.
That is good. I'm still worried about this orchestra of yours.
Pox makes a face at the word orchestra and scampers back inside. Ezeblob kind of takes a moment and says, "You, the orchestra, is that what you need to know more about?"
Yes. Whose orchestra is this? Where does the music come from?
Oh, wait, one question. You're normally Russian and you slip into, like, your normal voice, or is this you slipping into your, like, hobgoblin accent?
This
Your Kesh accent?
is her catch.
Oh, okay. You can see this hobgoblin is sizing you up based on your accent. But he takes a moment and he says, "The orchestra is... Father Forfeit can tell you better than I can. The orchestra is everything that surrounds the Delkir that resides in this plane. It is what changes the things around us. I don't know if it's what collects these things, but everything you see here was once in fire, and it fell through when no one would know it was gone."
This sounds like the Capavala. You must not listen to it. You must close your ears.
No, we know. I mean, most of us know. The father has his ideas, but most of the city leaves. The Kashkal are extremely protective of anyone who has even come in contact with the Delkir. It's yes, most of us do not listen to its voice, but some of us do. Some of
What?
okay, Jello, you can... at this point, you might be able to make off where they are if you wanted to follow.
Jello needs to be brave. He's gonna follow.
Okay, all right.
But he's gonna try to follow at a distance.
That might be a good idea.
Rabbit stew. Rabbit stew.
I believe in Caleb. And he walks off watching them.
Yeah, Caleb can help you from Puppet.
Yes, he
Oh.
can.
Okay, you have a distinctive accent. You know that? You came from Corvair. No, you're not Keshkal. You
Shkala.
might not you. Ha.
I'm Dirge Singer.
Of course you are. Yes.
Hence,
Do you vouch for these people?
not all of them, no.
Do you
I
vouch
don't
for the two
trust-
next to you?
I trust Jello and I trust Selena and Jolly. I think she is whimsical. She's childlike, yes. And
Remember, I did just call her out as an assassin in front of everybody.
Yep.
yeah, but she still
Childlike
thinks
assassin with
she's
whimsy.
heavily influenced by others, sort of thing. And she thinks that's quite sort of a childlike quality that she just sort of needs to find her own way in. Maybe, you know, maybe she can be helped. But she thinks she sees a Puppet as outright evil. And certainly Weirin, she's not convinced. He wouldn't stab her in the back. So I am with them, but I do not vote for them. Jello is the best.
Jello also just wandered off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a... She doesn't mind that.
As a blurb says, you and any you veg for are welcome in my home.
Thank you.
That does not seem to go for you, Mr. Guy. with the-
She'll briefly tell him how she ended up in the keep.
Yeah, so he, as a blob, just kind of gently asks Weirin to stay outside, and then brings the others inside as he makes some finishes preparing his food.
I'm gonna ask Wix to hand me the Flammenwerfer.
Oh,
What?
oh no!
You know, just in case.
Okay, so you two can come inside. Jello, I'm gonna move you.
Don't seem to be able to control my.
So I'm just gonna roll a.
Maybe I might have screwed up these tokens. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I was going to move in for you, so you didn't have to move me. Every time I did it, it kept highlighting it instead.
Why is it not? I don't know what's wrong with these. Okay, I gotta fix those at some point. But for now, we'll just work with this because there shouldn't be too much movement.
Strange, yeah.
You two come inside, and you. We'll go over that conversation in a minute. Outside, Weirin, as Wix passes you the Flammenwerfer or whatever you just said.
Flammenwerfer.
Flammenwerfer, yeah. Crawling out from a window above you, Pox emerges. And they land on the ground in front of your robot. And they look at the robot and they ask, "You want a pickle fish?"
Ask the robot that.
I want to see how you eat.
The robot will look and then shrug.
The Pox fishes one of the last little slivers of pickled fish out of a jar and hand it to your robot.
The robot will smack itself in the face and then throw the fish into the abyss that is It's oral orifice.
How many different ways that could have been phrased?
Pox laughs, and
What's not a mouth, is it?
I guess
It's
not.
it's an induction port, and if anyone gets that reference, I love you.
Is it an emergency though?
It's an emergency induction port.
Okay.
Pox says, "You're not a Wolfridge, are you?"
The robot can't talk. So
Yeah, I know.
It'll look.
I mean, Weirin, you're watching this. You have a voice.
He's just gonna stand there and let the kid make an ass for himself.
Yeah, if
Why not?
I got my commission by entertaining children, we would have lost that war a lot earlier.
Pox looks at you and says, "Something's wrong with your Wolfridge."
Wait,
Very
Wolfforged?
astute, very small child, very astute.
Child say it says child says Warforged. It says Warforged.
Wolfridge, your Wolfridge is broken.
Your
Your
Wolfridge.
Wolfridge not working.
I love him. He's gonna die a horrible death.
No, nothing bad is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. A blood
Uh-huh.
clot's
Yeah.
gonna get to him.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Are you this? Do you fix Wolfridge?
I can, yes.
Do you fix toys?
I can, yes.
A bunch of my dolls are broken. Can you fix them?
Apparently, I'm not allowed in your home.
It's in the basement, though. The basement's not home. Basement's full of water and bad stuff.
You're making it sound very appealing to go into your basement.
Yeah, but if you fix my doll, Daddy Zibs will love you. Daddy Zibs will let you in the house. And Daddy Zibs will feed you all sorts of nice things. And Daddy Zibs will take you home to Fort Forfeit.
You know, I feel like your father has said zero of those things.
Ooh. Tough love.
I don't think I'm wrong.
No, you're not. But you can go to Fort Forfeit if you're friends with the horse guy who goes on top of the water. He says fuck as he runs.
He does say fuck as he runs.
Yeah, he's probably at Fort Forfeit. Because everywhere there's signs that say come to Fort Forfeit.
If you can bring me your weird, probably fucked up dolls, then I can fix them.
No, just come here. Just do what I do. Just follow me. And then they clamber across the surface of the wall over here above the knee-deep water, and then disappear into a door over there.
Okay, and now that they're in there, I'm gonna pull out my Flammenwerfer. Now that the body is in a place that it can't be found.
Brilliant.
I wish I would. I wish I could.
You totally could.
I
Are
totally
you
could.
willing to step into knee-deep bog water to befriend a child, Weirin?
Boop, boop, boop. My intelligence is 4.
All right. Yeah, as you Pox is sitting over here and going over. There's a chair in the middle of this room that is strewn with just wood debris. The staircase up has been just packed full of barrels and things to keep anything from coming up, and to it seems like the cloth has been stuffed into all of the gaps so that it sort of blocks out the smell. And they find their chair and they've got a bunch of dolls, and some of them don't have their heads on. And they say, "I want to fix all the dolls, Some of them are they're all brokey.
Oh, we're not entering at all. Wix
Yeah, I
is
know.
approaching because Wix is not terribly intelligent and will
Okay.
follow a possible enemy combatant into a basement.
Pox is like, hey, Whiffifer, can you just can you just pick up the chair and bring it to the mean man outside? Please?
Wix looks confused as to which chair is being referenced.
It's this chair with all the dolls on it.
And
What
then
is that?
just gonna nod and go to pick up the chair with all the dolls.
Okay. You pick up Wix picks up a chair with a bunch of dolls. And then Pox sort of jumps up on the ceiling and scrambles along it and goes outside. And yeah, your robot returns with a chair that is covered with a bunch of headless dolls.
Do you know how long it takes to get the smell of bog out of fucking metal?
I don't. How
Gonna
long?
sit
Tell
the
me.
chair down.
I've loved it. The robot would be like, I don't know.
Longer
Just
than I
shrugs.
fucking have. I'm gonna start mending these little fucking dolls.
Yay!
Aw. Weird's big old softy.
Yes.
Well, no, then we're gonna give them to Puppet so Puppet can tear their head off
Mhm.
during a moment of emphasis.
I'm just gonna mend
A
these
voodoo
with
doll's
high
a component to some
explosive.
spell.
I'm gonna turn these little dolls into claymores.
Okay, going back inside. Ezeblob is finishing up his supper, he's grabbed a few more portions of fish from the various barrels. They seem fairly fresh, they're salted. And he's cooking them up, and as he's doing so, he just sort of asks, so I got your name, Slada. Dirge Singer, your name is...
Mike Shells, but you can call me
Mo. Excellent. Okay. All right. Here's all the information I've been able to gather. He takes a moment. He's trying to collect his thoughts. We're in a place where everything that's lost ends up.
Oh,
Things that are lost forever. It is a trash plane where trash ends up.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, you did. You're all like time travel and
Wait,
shit. No.
we're in Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
What's
forgot
that?
about this.
Wait, does that mean Jello's
Is
trash?
this where they trapped Dalkier?
I don't know. See, there are many. I have been able to research when I was talking to the Keshvalar before that the other Delkir, some of them anyways, were trapped in demiplanes that I assume wouldn't be totally unlike this one. So I think it's a totally valid theory that we are in a demiplane that was made to trap the Delkir that is here, the one that creates the orchestra,
Den,
the one that
the corruptor.
Dern is definitely. I don't know if this is the corruptor though, because everything I've seen some things that look like what I've read of the corruptor's handiwork, but some of them look like the Father of Eyes. Some of them look like there's a bunch of different inspirations here. Father Forfeit is the expert on this matter, but he calls it the orphan. and he can tell you more than I can on that matter.
Oh, I've not heard of that one.
Yeah,
Has,
no one
has
has.
she heard?
No. He's been saying the word, or the mentioning the Kesh Kal, which you would translate to the Keepers of the Blood, and you have not heard that either.
Not edgy as fucking all, mate. No, not scary. Fuck me.
Well, she's one of the keepers of the blood, isn't she? She's one of Ketch. Because that's
Yeah,
like
you're.
a group term for all the Ketch. She's Ketch Valar, but there's Ketch
Yeah, there's many different
Shabbat.
Keshes
and-
out
yeah.
there. But what he's saying is there is a Kesh that is located in here that is not
Right.
one you've ever heard of.
Okay.
So there's a specific group called the Keepers of the Blood. The Kesh Kal, what to tell you about them? Mostly they seem to be, they're goblins, but they carry a bunch of the rarer subspecies that went extinct on Corvair, which is where Pox comes from, wherever they ended up. Pox is a monkey goblin. There are also tall goblins. There are frost goblins. There are a few different species that we find here that I've never seen anywhere else or seen mentioned anywhere else. Otherwise, I mean, it's just a big, empty, flooded plain full of trash. And I've been stuck here for 2 odd years. A bunch of people who've been mourned are here. People who were lost in the morning. That's how I should phrase that.
Yeah, you made
I
it sound
don't
like
know.
a lot of dead people just showed up.
I don't know if anyone mourned them. I would assume so, but I don't know. Definitely not all of them, but there's about a dozen over in Fort Forfeit who meet that description. That's the basics of it. Is we're in a trash plane, and I don't know how to get out. I've tried teleporting. I've replicated everything about the spell that took me here, and nothing has worked. But never before have I seen a hole in the sky when something fell in. So I don't really know what to say about that.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't know if we do either, since we're not the ones that caused said hole in the sky.
yeah, you said your friend did, and
Again, friend is a loose.
sorry, you
Very
have
loose
to
term.
understand. I've been living with Fox for 2 years, and everything is a friend to them.
That's okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably on my way back to Fort Forfeit tomorrow. I think the orphan has passed it by, and if you want to come with, if you can rein in the others for a long trip by raft, then by all means you're welcome to join. I think we are safer in a larger group. But yeah, for now, you two are welcome to stay here, Jello as well. The others, I guess time will tell. You can camp outside or something. I could keep watch down here. But
Thank you for your hospitality.
you're welcome. It's the least we can do for the newcomers. I mean, it's a hard transition. And he fills a plate with this beautiful fish stew. It has all the things that Matt described in that fish stew from that other campaign. And
Fuck.
he hands you a bowl of that and lays out a couple others. And
Is this like
yeah,
a pile of antlers?
a pile of where?
Oh, never mind. That looks like rope or intestines.
Yeah, that is
I got
the.
distracted. I'm sorry. Ignore me.
It's
I'm not
okay.
there.
That's a bunch of ropes. That's because someone complained earlier. Also, one of the random encounters was going to be just the world's largest rope that got lost. Just like a 3,000 foot long rope that's all just coiled together and sitting in a fucking bog in the middle of nowhere. Because fuck all you who were all, ooh, you didn't give us ropes. You need to ask, Logan. Ask. There were ropes in that building. You could have equipped yourself.
We will never ask for ropes, and we will always argue with you when we need ropes and we don't have any.
Mhm.
I make that solemn pledge now.
Lay down.
Okay.
I solemnly pledge to honor that pledge.
Okay. Jello, Jolly, and Puppet. I guess Puppet stalked off first, so Puppet, roll a d6 for me.
I guess it's gonna be 3. Ah, damn.
Oh, 1. Okay. Let's take you 3 and
Let's get out that rope.
oh, 1. My goodness, what luck. I guess I get to.
While you're setting up, I'll just be glaring over my shoulder every now and then at Jolly, just be like, "Why are you following us?"
And Jolly's just sort of kind of skipping along and humming and pretending not to listen.
Picking the flowers, skipping along.
Yeah, what you come across as you are walking along is a ignore my very creative artist interpretation. The stuff on the right is, oh no, this isn't aligned to the grid. Oh god, no. Oh no, I'm gonna get in so much shit.
Frosty,
I know.
what
I'm a
the fuck?
disgrace.
Get your shit together.
I'm a disgrace.
We're crying out loud.
With
Is
25.
this a sandcastle?
No, it's a grain silo.
Oh.
You can't just jump into the grain silo. It's got walls, my dude. That's why I have the side view as well.
Well, I have rabbit jump. I can jump in.
Okay, can you jump 30 feet?
I wish. I only can jump 10.
Okay. You come across a grain silo that seems mostly undisturbed at the water's edge. Yeah, it's just sitting there towering, and that is all you can see right now. There are a lot of buildings under the water, under the peat, but this is the first one that's really.
So this looks too deep to wade through.
I wouldn't say that. No, it's generally there are deep spots. Like if you're at the right place, you can see like through a window or something in an old stone building. You can see down through that building and then down through that, and just on and on until it's too dark to see. But for the most part, the surface of the bog is just below the water, like a couple of feet.
Lovelace will be invisibly scouting out this entire time.
Okay.
What is this blue thing?
This is the side. So this is on our this is a.
It's to give us an idea of how tall the silo is.
Yeah, so I can track how high up you are climbing and where people are in 2 dimensions. It's not as necessary for this map, but I've done it a few times with the other maps, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Just this is a. We're just gonna bubble that off. There.
So the black part is like the ground?
That's ground, and then on that is the grain, and then there's a layer of water beneath it. Should be a different shade of blue.
Okay.
Well, now 1 on my perception check, by the way.
Okay.
For
Wow, Loveless did not do good.
Nope.
Well, don't even worry. Loveless still sees that sitting above the water, or sitting on top of the grain, in that silo, there is a trident.
Okay.
Just sitting there, menacingly.
So Puppet doesn't give a shit about the silo. She's just moving around it. Loveless will fly down and try to grab the trident, of course.
Okay. You can. Actually, I'll just roll the.
Stealth.
No, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Do. I'm on the wrong encounter here. Where is the encounter? Nope, not that's not the right one. R1. R1A specifically. Does a 14 hit?
It would hit.
Oh, but you're invisible.
He is invisible. That's why I said, can I roll stealth?
You can't roll stealth because you're literally interacting with an enemy, but I will roll this again at
Gotcha.
a disadvantage.
So it's like a lure.
Okay, that is still a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Loveless takes 23 psychic damage as a pale white like slimy hand reaches out of the grain and grabs him as he is grabbing the trident.
23 psychic?
23 psychic damage.
23 psychic damage.
That is correct.
Not bludgeoning or piercing or cold or slashing or poison or fire.
Or any of the other things
Complete
she's.
homebrew.
No, this is not homebrew, and that is psychic damage.
It's definitely psychic damage.
And that
That's the
rolled
one thing
high.
that she's not immune to or is not.
Well, what is Loveless? Is Loveless immune to psychic damage or something?
I just need to know that you are 100% sure that it's psychic damage.
It is.
You don't want to change your mind about that?
No.
Gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. Are you
Alright.
sure it's psychic damage? Because I've checked it. I don't think it is.
All right. Well, Loveless is fucking dead. Immediately, and a puff of sulfur and smoke and fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Puppet, you are aware as Loveless is gone suddenly. You're aware that he was in the grain silo, and then he was no longer in the grain.
I'm
What- so
assuming Jolly heard some sort of little explosion, commotion.
I'm not sure what sound Loveless makes when he dies.
He took
But-
so much fucking damage. I don't know if he had an opportunity to make a noise.
Like literally, mind and
Before
body were
being
just cut in half. There was
murdered.
no connection. It was just
I'll let you
uh,
decide on that.
you would have heard something in the tower moaning distress at the trident being touched, and that's about it.
I have questions.
Yeah, okay, I have answers.
What is the silo made of?
It's wood.
I will firebolt the silo.
Hell yes. The wood is damp, but you are still able to get a little bit of a flicker going where it's you aim at like a seam between some wood where it's starting to fray, and you get a little bit of a fire going.
Okay.
Jolly's just sort of watching this, like her hands behind her head.
Okay.
Let me.
Does anything pop out? Anything happen?
Not yet.
Okay. Control flames. I'm expanding it 5 feet in the fire. The fire's gonna grow every turn.
Hell yes.
And
Okay,
it's
Puppet.
rain,
Yes, it is.
which is incredibly flammable, I would assume.
If it is knocked in the air and if it's not sopping wet, which it is. This silo has been rained on for a while now. But yes, you expand the fire, and quite quickly this thing is catching. You see panels of wood come off in big flaming sheets, and eventually you, quite quickly actually, you have an opening into the layer of grain. Oh god, that's a square. That is a square, not what I'm looking for. But yeah, you've burned a hole into it for now, and you continue to just increase and
I'm
spread your fire.
building the flames, the ambient temperature, filling it up. I'm assuming if it's damp, then it's going to cause quite a lot of steam, which can also be very painful.
There's a lot of smoke coming off of this, and let me just roll for wind direction. It is blowing mostly towards Puppet and towards Jolly and Jello.
Jolly's gonna move out of the way and closer to Puppet
Okay.
and just sort of enjoy the bonfire from here.
Yeah, it can be a little bit chilly with all the water and everything, especially as y'all were sopping wet from the moat not too long ago. You're able to warm your hands by the fire. You can see the grain is spilling out of this hole and onto the ground, and it's on fire too. The flame is kind of advancing towards you, but you have plenty of ground to move back, realistically. And very slowly, and well, not even that slowly, really, this whole grain silo burns away, and all that's left is just a smear of red ash on the like around the level of the water, or a smear of black ash, and underneath the water there are still some walls, and yeah, there is that's about what's up. It's eventually you run out of flammable stuff. Basically, you have burned down this whole tower, and now only all that's left is what's under the water level.
I'm assuming there's a huge column of black smoke.
Oh goodness, yes.
Fantastic. I will, without explanation to anyone, just start casting Eldritch Blast into the grain.
Roll a 1d8. Yeah.
Jolly's sort of like, now she's just sort of crouched down, like kind of sitting on her heels a bit, and just has like her chin like propped on her hand, and she's just kind of like looking between Puppet and the ruined silo. Do I know Jello's there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I mean,
just so
you can roll perception contested, but he's been keeping this distance specifically. Jello, you are kind of in the smoky part, unless you're.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
screaming, something took something that belonged to me.
Yeah, you see dipping beneath the water, like the charred wreckage of the crossbow you gave to Lovelace, just sink below the water as the metal parts outweigh the ever shrinking amount of wood. And then out from there pops a you miss your God, that is a hell of a stealth roll, Jello. I just noticed that. Your Eldritch Blast fails to hit its target, and in response, that which killed your familiar pops out of the water.
Well, look at there.
So everyone can roll initiative. Everyone who's here. Oh wait, I need to put the thing up. Dang it.
Oh, it worked.
Oh god, I gotta get rid of these people. That.
What is that?
Oh, you're curious what that is, eh?
Can you pop? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you pop it up big?
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's not what I thought it looked like from the smaller image.
This appears to be it has a vaguely humanoid shape on the top, a vaguely like humanoid torso.
Sure.
There's almost a like web of or like a tubular shape running along the top of their chest and up towards where their mouth should be. They have a few too many eyes. Their face almost looks more like just a massive set of gills than anything. Their lower legs are tentacles, and all of it is this pale, pasty white. Though in this case, as it comes up from the water, it is smeared in black ash. And it wields a trident. and it is coming for you. I need to roll initiative for it. I need to get all these people out of my initiative. That, and don't need Loveless.
Fuck
Got
you.
two, which is the real
Fuck you.
puppet. The Jello is 18.75. The real Jolly is they're almost the same, but it's that one.
Come here.
And
Love me. Love me.
roll. Where the hell is initiative? There it is. Oh goddamn. Let me just. So as this thing pops out of the water, trident in hand, Jolly, you are the first to see it. Everything is pretty much even level now, as the silo has been burned down.
Okay.
The lighting is dim.
I'm going to go invisible.
Just hear
Yeah.
Puppet scream, "Fucking coward! Running again!"
I can't. I'm gonna come here, stealthily, and since I can't hold an action, right? Since I did the visibility.
That's correct. You used your action.
I'm gonna wait until I'm just gonna move there. I'll wait for this thing to attack Puppet, and then I'll go from there.
Okay. I like the sound of that. Puppet. Okay, I'm gonna move this forward.
It moves before I do.
Yeah, it does. It advances 1, 2, 3.
Do I get
4.
a attack of
Yes, you do.
opportunity? Okay.
Yes, you do. You have advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
And I think you still count for your extra d8 damage.
All right, I'll do that then.
Uh, 21 most definitely hits. You do 9 damage plus your extra for your Gloomstalker.
You mean the umbral?
Yeah,
dragon
whatever
ambusher?
that. Yeah, that. Okay. So you do 12 damage to this thing. Yeah, you're able to stab it in the back. You're no longer invisible.
That's fine.
Yeah. And this thing runs by. It is. You can see that even though it's not moving super fast, this is about the extent of its ability to move. It is not super graceful on ground. But it takes its trident and it rears back and it attacks Puppet. Does the 17 hit?
It does.
Okay. You take 8 piercing damage from the trident. And then it rears back to attack again.
Solar. Stop it.
Does a 23 hit? I know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
It deals 6 more piercing damage. And then, as you've just... Yeah, it's going to turn and it's going to come after you, Jolly. As it belatedly realizes that you have slashed it. Puppet, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my attack of opportunity if that's all right.
Do it, coward.
Take out my dagger and try to stab it in its fucking back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5 points of piercing damage, and I will use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite.
Your bonus action on an attack of opportunity?
No, because it uses my reaction. I can't use a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. And now this thing is going to, with its offhand, it is going to reach out towards you. It's not trying to strike you with the hand so much as just touch you. And I don't know if a 12 is going to hit.
Nah, it doesn't hit.
Okay, you're able to step back from this thing's graceless advance with its hand outstretched to you. And yeah, you are fine, Puppet. It's your turn.
Now I'm gonna step in, take out my knife, and try to stab it into the back of its fucking head, just screaming bloody murder. This time
Attack
with
with advantage. Yeah.
Come on, at 20. Fuck.
Hey, 18's still definitely going to hit.
Okay. And this time I will bonus action Searing Smite. So, or Branding Smite. So 6 damage from the dagger plus 8 damage from the smite. It now sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius, and it cannot become invisible.
Okay. It doesn't. I don't need to. It's all dim light. You're good. Is that the extent of your turn?
I moved 5 feet. I will take the attack of opportunity. Well, what's the gamble here? No, she's gonna move away. I'll take the reaction.
All right. It is going to swipe its hand at you. Just try outstretched again, trying to just touch you. But that is a 9.
That misses.
Yes. Okay. If that's your turn.
20,
Oh, you're still moving.
25, 30.
All right.
Hoping.
As she moves away, Jolly says, "Who's the coward now, you cunt?"
My goodness.
Sorry.
Language.
I don't care.
This is Jolly.
No, Jolly.
Loose cannon.
But you
Jello?
hear Jello say
It's
that.
your turn.
For sure. Okay. Well, seeing this thing is really bad, and I really want to show I'm brave. And I'm giving vivid flashbacks to nearly dying to an Eldritch Blast, and then pulls out a little short bow, kind of shaking a little bit, and then pulls it back, and then gains some steadiness as Jello looses an arrow, targeting
That's
the creature.
Not what I was hoping for.
What were you hoping for? Jello's a coward.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. 10 to hit. Wow.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you are hidden. You have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's roll 23 to hit.
That is a hit. Or damn. Okay. 21 damage. This thing is it is bleeding red.
I'm
All
using my
possible
bonus action
colors.
to hide again, except I'm gonna move a little bit and then hide. Here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hide. Okay.
All right. Jolly, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Market. Wait, hold on. Yeah. And then I'll double attack it. You do not get sneak attack. So. And then.
Sorry, Hunter's Mark and then double attack. Is that what you said?
Yep.
You can't take a bonus action to attack. It's Hunter's Mark. Bonus action.
Oh, right. Well, then
Yeah.
just use the first one then.
Okay.
And then.
I will.
That's my bonus.
All right. 15 damage is nothing to.
10 damage. No sneak attack.
Yeah, no sneak.
Oh, you're right. That's a shame. Hey, it's still respectable. This thing is. I wouldn't say it's looking bad, but it's definitely been bloodied and it's on its way out. Yeah, you are able to do that. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'll just move right here. And that's it.
All right. All right. Trying to think here. You're still in range. You're out of range. You stabbed it last. It's going to try its touch again. 14 to hit?
No.
All right. Then it's gonna, failing that, it's gonna take its trident and make 2 quick stabs.
Okay.
It's a 14 and a
Nope.
25.
Yeah.
25 deals 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's this thing's turn.
I had temp health from something.
Trying to remember what.
I think it was from Mo.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, she does her inspiring speech now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
You get wisdom saving throws advantage. So.
Nice. Puppet, it's your turn.
I take out mustard seed in my hand, spit into it, rub it into a paste, and paint the evil eye on my forehead. It starts to fizzle and foam as it sinks into my skin and reappears on the head of the creature as I cast Hex on it.
Okay.
And then I will sling 2 Eldritch Blasts in its direction.
Okay.
First one's a 23. Second one,
It could have said
17.
roll damages. Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Those both
it
hit.
says roll
Okay.
damages.
So 9 and 6 plus 2 Hex. Well, actually, hold on. Let me read that. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. So it's not only once per turn.
Twice.
So
Yeah,
I'll
twice.
just roll 2d6. For 5.
All right.
So,
for a total
so
of
20. Yeah.
Yeah. It sure as hell notices that. You see this thing, it is beginning to slow down.
I just scream, save it for us. It took something that belonged to us.
Then why'd you run away?
For the superior tactical advantage, of course. I'm not an
Well,
idiot.
well,
Of even level ground.
you might call me a coward, but you're a hypocrite.
We are a student of war. We understand the need for maneuvering around our enemies.
Oh, you must be getting Fs on all of your tests. F.
I might not
Jello
be
is-
killed. I do.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Hearing her talking shit, I make myself no longer a target. I retreat.
All right. Jello, that's you.
It's me. Jello is going to put away the short bow and actually draw the his rapier, and he's gonna try to go for the back heel of its thing, whatever this thing is, as he moves down to here. Hopefully, still hidden, and try to strike at its
I don't know
right
if I'm gonna
leg.
give you hidden when you're running past it within 5 feet. You're in plain view. There's nothing to hide behind. It's all just ash here.
Okay. Well, I'm not
I mean,
hiding
granted-
anymore.
Granted, it is black ash, but
From where I was heading to now, I
Yeah.
think that's more of the proper word. So advantage, right?
you get advantage for flanking it.
It does 25 damage.
Holy shit!
I go for the leg.
Rogues.
It has no legs. It has tentacles. You miss.
I go for the leg. Tentacles. What Jello would consider a leg?
Or his ankles? Ankles?
Tentacles.
Tentacles?
Yes.
Tangles.
Yes. Let me gnaw on those tentacles.
Yeah, you pierce this thing in its tent thigh. It's thigh-tical. And the blood kind of pours out of this wound that you've made. It's very red, which is surprising for how pale and fleshy and fishy this thing looks. And as it turns to look at you, it is slowing down, and then it just slumps over. And it is dead.
Whoa, nice job, Kit.
Its trident lays on the ground in front of you, Jello.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
Puppet approaches furiously. What have you done?
Jolly starts taking one of the tentacles off.
Oh my god.
Does it look edible?
Probably.
Does it look like calamari?
It doesn't look like calamari. You stick your short sword into like where its hip would be, and you start cutting, and then you eventually realize you are cutting into like gristle and bone and tendon that shouldn't be there in an octopus sort of thing. And if you keep going after that, and I'll let you answer that before I say.
If it doesn't seem like readily like edible, then she'd give up and go over to Jello and pat him on the head and look at the trident.
Okay. Sorry, actually, I'll let you roll investigation on that. I don't want to cut it off too soon, but as you're cutting into this, you might get this impression earlier than before you stop. 15. Yeah, you're feeling like a thigh bone in one of the legs.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean it's not edible.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Nothing about this means it's not edible. It's just that it's not calamari.
Okay, well then she'll just take the meat off from before. Like, she's not gonna cut through the thigh bone. She's gonna take the meat off.
All right.
Like,
As you're doing
before it?
this, like
She'll carve it, I guess. I don't know.
okay.
Jello looks horrified.
She's
as
hungry.
you're
Jello's
cutting
in the
down the
flesh
leg.
zone.
Let's deal with the Jello and Puppet, and then I'll tell you what you learned from
Okay.
vivisecting this thing's fucking leg. I guess
Oh, she's
dissecting
over-
it's dead.
She's over here.
I just I poked it and it it fell over, and I thought I'd had help.
It was for us. It took something from us. Its life was ours, and you stole it from me. I'm kneeling down, getting very close to his face.
Maybe if you were better at war, you would have killed it faster than a little bunny.
Well, that's okay. We killed it together. Like you
She should
wanted.
skin you alive and watch your quivering red flesh skip around in the murk.
You're still saying that to Jello, or are you saying that to Jolly?
To Jello.
Did she hear anything that Jolly said?
She has. She is actively ignoring you at the moment because she's mad at Jello.
Jolly's trying to make her mad at her, I guess.
Okay, I just like to point out that my fur is not red. It's currently a little black and fuzzy. I don't really understand what you mean. Jello is terrified.
I would kind of wave the dagger and it's like, we can make it red. You look so much prettier in red.
Oh, you might not want to do that. Mother might get mad.
And then I walk away, and as I pass by Jolly, I just give her the biggest, most disrespectful scowl I can muster.
Jolly just looks at her and licks her knife.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a con. That's gross. You'll probably be fine.
No,
but-
she'll definitely spit it out once Puppet walks by her. But
She's roll a con. I want her to look like an ass right now.
Yeah, like, what are you making me roll?
Trying to be cool and then like immediately gags and looks like an idiot.
No, you're fine. If you spit it out immediately, that's fine.
I mean,
You don't have
after
any-
she walks away, like, she's not swallowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
She
You
waits.
spit it out.
Yeah, and she goes, "What a bitch."
I'm just gonna stand at the edge of the water and tap my foot, arms crossed like a petulant child.
Jello, what you got? Oh, what?
I don't know.
She comes over and kind of like rolls her eyes and just like crouches down next
just
to
see
him.
Jello shaking.
Hey, look.
She like points to his feet.
You didn't piss yourself. Pretty brave.
Are you sure?
She just kind of nods. Mm-hmm. And then she looks at the trident. She like plops down on the ground next to him.
Oh, okay. That's that ooh, that looks kind of immediately stops shaking and goes right for the trident and pulls out of somewhere in his little leather armor a magnifying glass and is starting to examine the trident.
Roll
I guess
investigation.
as Jolly was going to grab it and he brought himself to, he snagged it before she got it, and she's just like, just kind of rolls her eyes again and just sighs and waits for him to say whatever it is.
Forget what the the magnifying glass give me something. Appraise or inspect an item that is smaller, highly detailed. Is this highly detailed?
You do see that it's been carved out. You see that there are dragon shards embedded in it.
Okay, so
that's a
I'm gonna
clear,
give
like,
myself-
they're very small, but it's a clear indication that something is magical.
Okay, so you want me to roll an investigation for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with advantage then. 23.
Okay. 20. Goddamn. Okay, you can see the iconography of this thing,
Mhm.
and you get the impression that this is, this has some magical abilities. It's hard for you without a background in magic to get a real read on it. Like you can't do the equivalent to the spell.
Okay.
But
So Jello
to
would just say,
identify.
it's magical, and just smile, and then go back to looking at it.
What you
And-
do get is from the runes and the iconography on it, is that this seems to be able to, in some way, interact with fish. It has some property of that nature. Also, here's a fun fact. When fighting underwater, there are a handful of weapons that don't get disadvantage, and tridents are one of them. And no one has ever written that, like, that's not written on the list of weapons. It's just a hidden fact in underwater combat somewhere.
Oh. Well, you see Jello pick up the trident, which is probably 3 of him,
Mhm.
and just lift it up towards.
Do magic weapons resize themselves when it's in 5th edition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
No, don't change it. I think this is funnier. I'm not equipping it. I'm holding it.
You're giving it to
I-
Jolly?
Yes.
On the other hand, it seems very funny to me that like you pick up this giant trident that this like 8-foot tall octopus monster was holding, and it turns to the size of like a fork.
That's also
Turns
funny.
into a garden
I'm going to
trowel.
hand it to Jolly.
Alright. She kind of just smirks and grabs it, throws it over her shoulder, and with the thigh tentacle meat in hand, we'll start going off to.
Oh yeah,
Actually-
how far down do you peel? How much meat do you want to get off this thing?
I don't know, enough
'Cause
for
the
a couple
thigh is-
servings.
Okay. For a couple servings, you'll probably you go through the thigh, and at a certain point down the thigh, you get to what are very clearly the bones of a human foot, and that's a little bit off-putting, I bet.
Interesting.
But
Why is that? Jello investigates. The fuck?
okay, roll
Jello
investigation
is
again.
very.
Your
interested
magnifying
in
glass
that.
will not help you here.
Okay.
Actually, roll nature or arcana would technically work too, but
Investigation's my best skill, so
yeah.
12.
Can I do anything?
Don't I have
For it, yeah.
something? Hold on. No, I
Neither one is that great. But I might as well, since I'm also looking at it.
Okay. Yeah, 16 isn't bad. You can tell that this is no naturally occurring organism. It has a mix of mammal and fish qualities that is not, or not mammal and fish, but mammal and octopus and fish, really. It is a bizarre mishmash, and based on the number of features in this thing that are completely worthless to it, like the foot bones, you get the feeling that this started out as a human and became something else later.
You think it ate the foot? I see otherwise how it could be in there. That makes no sense.
You know, let's just go with that hypothesis. Jello, yeah, that
Really?
sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
He
yes, that
swallowed
is it.
some foot bones and a thigh bone, and yeah, there's just a whole skeleton in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that must
Jello.
be it. What?
Jello, you do get one more thing from your investigation roll.
Okay.
This thing is drying out as you watch. Like, its flesh does not do well in open air. And even though it was very recently in the water, it's drying out, and just the sun on its skin is already causing it to kind of blister and
Ooh,
like waste away.
that's not very good.
Including the stuff I'm
inner-
holding?
The inside seems okay.
Okay.
The meat you're holding is okay for now.
Well, I think maybe we should maybe not stay here. This thing looks kind of. You see, kind of Jello, kind of hold his mouth.
Yeah. She kind of looks around. And then she's like, Puppet, you want something to eat?
She finds whatever you're holding absolutely foul. do I see any water life in here? Like any signs at all?
It's on the surface level. There's really nothing. The water is just inhospitable to life. But as you look deeper, I think you are able to, as you stare over the water, roll perception, or nature, or investigation, as you so choose.
Nature would be higher by 1. Shit.
No, you don't get any signs of anything living in this water.
Anything around in the drier land air parts?
There's a snake. It's on a
Jello
tree, doing snake things.
Jello is
Okay.
around and nearby.
Just
saying.
I know. I can't actually eat Jello. Everyone else would get mad at me.
Well, he's also
Um,
standing close to Jolly, so.
I'm going to look at the snake. And I'm going to purse my lips, and the chirping sound of the cricket in my mouth comes out. And I will cast sleep in a 20-foot sphere, starting with the snake at the front edge, and every living thing that has HP of like 1 is going to go unconscious.
Oh God. Sorry, what was that? Centered on the snake?
No, the snake's going to be at the very edge of like the front part of the radius.
Okay, I see. So everything in like a sphere behind it, basically.
Yeah, including the snake though. Like the snake's still
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, gotcha.
What I'm supposed to roll something for that, aren't I? What's the...
Yeah, you roll the amount of
two
hit dice
2d8.
worth.
5d8.
5d8, yeah.
Why would it be 5? Hold on.
So that's the amount of hit points worth you put to sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
They're at the top. Roll 5d8. The 2d8 is, I think,
see it.
for higher spell slots.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let me roll a Okay. You get the snake. You get a pair of frogs and a rabbit.
Fantastic. I murder the rabbit immediately in as gruesome a fashion as I can while maintaining eye contact with Jello.
I like to imagine you pick it up off of the ground, you slash its throat, and then you pull its head off, like
Actually,
something like that.
no, I make do on what I said before. I skin it alive, and you just see all the red muscles underneath still quivering before I stab it in the head.
Oh God!
Soup twisted motherfucker.
I also gained
God.
7 temporary health from that. Thank you.
God, does that feature not have a rider that it needs to be of, a actual opponent?
It says, hold on. It might.
Pathfinder always had that requirement.
Let me see. Where's it at? When you reduce a hostile creature. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was hostile at the end, I bet. It was probably not happy with you.
Probably asleep, actually. So
was-
it probably didn't realize it was happening.
Yeah.
I think you wake up
Anyway.
when they start peeling off your skin, but that's just me.
Yeah,
Do you do anything
I'd
with the
wake
frogs
up.
and the snake?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to collect everything for food.
All right. That's a very easy way for survival. You don't need to hunt. You just need to fucking sleep a random area. Yeah, you can collect some miscellaneous bits of meat, some bog meat. I don't know.
You're gonna see just Jello like kind of burrow his face into your leg, Jolly.
Jolly
And
doesn't.
how-
I kind of just hold on. Even if you start walking, he's gonna try to hold on to your leg. Just like he's so like.
Nah.
So you want camp here then, Puppet, or you want to go back?
Well, let's just remember you did make a gigantic pillar of smoke
Oh yeah,
right in this spot.
that's probably not a good place to stay. That's gonna give us away. I'm gonna go back. You can stay here if you want. Bye.
You just hear Jello muffled into your leg. I'd like to go back too.
Just
Alright.
how many rations, real quick, Frosty, do you think that would amount to? So I can just add it to my inventory.
Thinking 3 per animal, 4 animals, 2 to 3. Call it 2 per animal, so a total of 8 rations.
Well, how many days worth of rations I should specify?
8.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a bit. I mean, you have to preserve them; they're gonna rot, or you could feed them to people now. But yeah, for the moment, you have a good bit of food.
I do kind of like the idea of the smoke drawing attention and bringing them to me.
I thought
Alone.
didn't she say? Yeah, didn't she say she
I'm
wasn't
not
stupid?
an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll walk back. I'm going to real quick though scoop some of the. I'm assuming there's still some burning cinders.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'd say.
like scoop some of the burning cinders and stuff it inside the meat, and use control flame to just kind of slowly start to cook it from the inside out so that it doesn't start rotting.
That's so cool. That works perfectly, and it's cool, and I love it. Everyone, it is 9:30. How would you like to take a bio break real quick? Because I keep forgetting to do those.
That would be great, actually.
What did you do, Matt?
I stuffed some of the burning coals from the grain silo into the meat, and I'm using the control flames cantrip to slowly cook it from the inside out,
Oh,
so that it doesn't rot.
okay.
It's very cool.
I
When
mean,
we come back,
imagine we were only like 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah, you didn't go
Yeah,
long.
but we're in a swamp. Like the air is an infection. You know what I mean? So the faster it starts to cook, the less flies and things can get into it. That's actually like a real survival thing.
Huh. I didn't know that. Jolly wouldn't know that. She'd just cook it.
I wouldn't
and
know
take out
that, and I decided to set our game here. So
But yeah, so bio break would be much appreciated.
okay, so how about we all come back at like 9:40?
Sounds good.
Alrighty. See you then.
Yep.
Back in a bit. back.
I'm back to.
We'll say on our way back, I will have some things to say to Jolly.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's gonna be scathing. I was actually really glad that you guys decided to walk off and have a random encounter because I had kind of a lot of people in a social encounter with not a lot of stuff to, I guess. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to talk about, but you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm impressed you guys didn't just rob the place yet. So, you know, knock on wood. But
I think the biggest thieves didn't stick around long enough to.
yep.
Did we settle on me not getting that temp HP?
Yes, because those aren't hostiles.
Hey, I gotta try.
Your HP for my.
I think she lost
You
that.
didn't.
Yeah, but it only lasts an hour, so.
Well, also, I think I'm the one character you didn't give temp HP to.
Am I? Are you? I thought it was me that I didn't give to me.
Yeah, that was my impression too.
Oh.
I thought I gave it to everybody but me.
Oh.
Yeah. She's the leader.
How-
She's not a.
How much was it?
I think it's 5. I don't think it's loads. Hold on a minute. Let me check.
Every little bit helps.
It's we're not there. Oh, it's spells, isn't it?
I am back too.
Last
You're welcome
hour
back.
is 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I have.
Oh wow,
thank
imps
you.
have a lot of resistances, eh?
Yeah.
And
Bludgeoning,
it's-
piercing, slashing, cold, and then immune to fire and poison. My goodness.
Why do you think he was asking? Like, are you sure it's not any of these things?
Honestly, it could have gone either way. That it was immunity to psychic.
I tried so hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
in the end-
this is not a homebrew enemy, my dude.
But in the end,
Yeah.
it didn't even
It's
matter.
okay. It's
God,
okay.
my chair is starting to squeak
Nice,
whenever I turn
Chelsea.
it left to
Mhm.
right.
I just
And
need to
it keeps
find. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my chair is now squeaking whenever I swivel left to right, and I keep thinking that it's a cat just crying at my door.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it's a chair though. It's an inanimate object, Chelsea. You
Guys-
don't have to say.
And guys, the only time that Kennedy loves her cats is if I'm around and she lets them into.
Well, yeah, I only do it to show off to people so that people think that I'm like a human being with empathy and things, but actually I'm a cold hard robot who just sits here on my recharging cradle, you know.
I've been saying for years that I'm just a cold-hearted bitch now, but nobody believes me.
I've seen how you talk about your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to collect a bunch of charcoal from the fire I made. Also, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
And also searching for verbena.
Verbena, okay.
It's a type of
Verbena.
I'm
plant.
just gonna.
BERBENA.
Verbena. Can I ask what for? I mean, I guess I
Verbena-
shouldn't.
Verbena or mandrake. So it's literally just flavor. For the find familiar spell, I need charcoal, incense, herbs, and a brass
Oh.
brazier. So I'm just like for flavor collecting, like the stuff that's actually going to cost money will be the incense.
Yeah, gotcha.
So on the off chance that we ever get to a place that might sell incense or have
Yeah,
incense,
what are the
Well, the
No one's
Brazier.
mentioned a
Brazier.
town like 5 times now. Yeah, there's no way.
No, they have.
We just aren't going there with any kind of rapidity.
Yeah,
Also, what kind of snake did I kill?
the regular kind.
Black
Fucking
Mamba.
asp.
Was it venomous?
Poisonous, just like you.
Snakes aren't poisonous.
Venomous, whatever, you know what I mean.
Grass snake. Swamp
I mean,
snake.
you'd be all finicky about my verbiage.
Nom 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 nom.
Constrictor.
It doesn't matter. I'll wait until
I
get
looked up
my
bog snake
info
and I
back.
found something on the Bionicle Wikipedia.
Bog snakes would include water moccasins, coral snakes.
Which are both venomous, I'd like to point out.
They are
This is what you found.
constrictors.
It's a bog snake.
Unacceptable.
They're cleaning toilets.
Oh god.
As per investigating along the pipes. How to get round that U bend.
Oh jeez. No, it was something venomous.
that would be amazing.
Not like super venomous, but it was a brightly colored venomous little thing.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just save that for when or if I get my imp back.
Yeah.
Is everyone here?
I don't know. Is Frizzy back?
I don't know.
Frizzy.
He's muted, so I don't know.
Twizzy.
I haven't heard Logan either.
I'm here. I've been typing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Logan's always here. Logan never leaves.
Well, I'm going back and forth about the martial disparity stuff like that, you know.
Oh, he's not even paying attention here. He's just,
I've been listening.
Martial disparity.
Aggressive.
We're about to go back to Weirin. Which actually means we don't need Frizzy right now, so I'm gonna just start, and hopefully Frizzy will be back in the next, 2 minutes. Yeah, okay. Weirin, you have been, for a little while now, just one by one repairing all of these dolls, with your mending spell. And Pox has been happily telling you stories and details about each and every one. And after the last one is fixed, there's 4 of varying damage. They say, okay, I have my favorite doll. Hey, my favorite doll. My favorite doll is broken too, but I didn't put it on this chair because it's too big. Can you help me with my favorite doll, please?
I will look at it.
They don't have it on them. They run back into the basement when you say you'll look at it.
I just go to look at it.
You just go to look at it in the basement?
No. I go to look at the favorite doll, see it's not there, and then be like, "What the fuck, kid?"
I don't understand how you.
I go to look at the favorite doll. I see the kid doesn't have the favorite doll, and I'm like, "Well, why the fuck did you bring it up without it being here?"
No, but I can't carry it. It's too heavy, and I don't know if your Werfifer can carry it.
I'm insight checking. This sounds like such a fucking trap. Yeah, my favorite doll conveniently can't be lifted by anyone except you. He. Would you like to come down? Natural 20, bitch.
They.
Key elements.
As any ulterior motives, I'm executing them on the spot.
There's some ulterior motive here. It seems like they don't want to take the. They want this doll to remain in their basement. It doesn't sound like they are trying to lure you. It does not seem like they have a malicious intent towards you.
Maybe it's dangerous.
But they want to hide the doll.
He's a child.
Fine.
It's my.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
Mm-hmm.
no, just about being the child.
Pardon?
Child.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
they're a child.
It's a child.
Logan's saying
Children-
it's just a child, and
It
Logan's
could-
saying so.
it could be
Yeah.
dangerous, but you know, he doesn't necessarily know that.
Okay. The Pox runs back down into the basement. They are kind of crawling along the ceiling and are yelling at you to hurry up, Slowpoke. You are knee deep in bog water. As they come over, this chair is what your robot took outside. They come over to this couch, and the couch is sort of facing so you can't see what's in it until you get close. At which point you see a human body. It is an old woman. She has been torn to shreds. Her head is at a angle, like her neck was broken. There are cuts all along her body. Her back is a jagged, massive wounds.
This is Jello's. Jelly's.
Did you say human body or like a
Jolly's,
humanoid
sorry.
figure?
No, it is a human body. It is a dead human.
1 second. There you go.
Can you fix it and don't tell Daddy's it?
No, it's not dead doll.
How long has this thing been dead?
It doesn't look like more than a day.
Oh no. It's the one from the south.
I found it.
It's
I
Jolly's
found
cell,
it and it
isn't
was hurt and I wanted to fix it and it's my favorite doll ever.
God, I should lop this kid's fucking head off. Yep, let me think about it.
Don't tell Daddy's it.
Okay, I will not.
They're kind of just sitting on the edge of the couch, just anxiously waiting,
This
kicking
thing
their
is
legs.
dead, right? This isn't just unconscious.
Big
No,
for a
no.
doll. I mean,
This is a very dead corpse. You haven't seen like the amount of damage on this. Like she stopped bleeding and she was still getting attacked. It looks like.
I'm curious. How does he play with it?
No.
I mean, it's a bit big.
Well, I'll have to try a lot of things.
I like to play operate
Give
on
me some
it.
space. That would be appreciated.
Sorry, Logan. Can you repeat that?
If you could give me some space, that would be appreciated.
Okay. And you see they climb around and scramble over the roof and sit down cross-legged on a barrel over here, just staring directly at you.
I'm gonna, cause it's a cantrip and it's my cantrip of the day, cause this was all on the same day. I'm gonna send a message to Salada. And I'm
Yeah,
just
you know
gonna
roughly
go,
where she is.
well, yeah, I know roughly where she is. You know, presumably there's an open gap somewhere, and she's just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go. You can respond to this message. The child's been keeping a corpse in the basement. Too silly.
Jack, that's the message you hear.
Sorry, I muted myself because the dogs
Okay.
were barking. There's like a pause in a response, and you kind of almost wonder if she's going to respond, and then she's like, I'm sorry, there's what in the basement?
I'll cast it again. There's a very brutalized corpse with multiple lacerations in the back. The child's been asking if I can fix it and is calling it her favorite doll.
And she looks up to Mo, and the hobgoblin just goes, I'm
I'll send
gonna
another message. She also said don't tell the father.
I'm gonna step outside for some air for just a minute. And she gets up and walks outside and goes down into the basement.
Okay, you step through knee-deep sludge, and you find your way into the basement. And yeah, sure enough, as you straddle up beside Weirin, you can positively identify. I'm actually going to change out the.
The body gets removed.
No, I'm just going to show you full blown. It is 100% the old lady that you tore to shreds.
I'm just gonna look over at the small child and go, "You need better fucking security."
I'm gonna look at her and go, did
Pox
you do
is like
this?
so sad. Pox is like, what? How did you? No, I
Pox,
told you not to tell.
Pox, did you
no
do
one.
this?
Did I? I didn't hurt anybody.
So you found her like this?
Yeah, I found her, and as soon as I saw her, she was my favorite, and I brought her
my God.
here.
I just realized I haven't been muted. I've been eating super crunchy Rice Krispies. I'm so sorry.
Couldn't even hear it.
Nope,
Okay,
you're
good.
good. You're good.
So did she say anything to you?
No. Her eyes were open, and then they closed, and yeah, now she's my favorite.
Your favorite what, love?
My favorite toy. My
Oh.
favorite doll.
I'll look over at Salada like, this is what I was talking about.
And Selena like kind of squats down even, or walks up, so wherever she's sitting, tries to get like eye level with her. And it's just like, Pox, that isn't a doll. That was somebody that was alive at one point.
Seeing
And
more emotional stability than I am, I'm gonna walk by him and go, fix your fucking toys. And I'm gonna
You're just gonna dip.
I'm gonna leave Salada to deal with it while I go pretend to paint some new fucking.
And after I say that she's not alive anymore, I just mutter thankfully. But I don't know if anybody hears.
I'm painting some dolls. I don't even care.
Yep. Pox is kind of sorry, you said something a minute ago, and I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say in response.
That wasn't a doll. That was
No, that was a doll.
that was a human, a person like me.
No, not. No, that was a doll. That was just a doll.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I think this doll is a bit beyond Weirin's ability to fix.
Well, can you fix it?
No.
It doesn't have to be perfect. A needle and thread will do.
It's going to take more than needle and thread to fix this doll, and I can tell you, can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I know that she's your favorite doll, and I know that you found her, but I played with her for a little bit too, and she wasn't very fun or very
Ooh,
nice.
Hmm,
I think.
I don't think it was the doll's fault. I think you just didn't like the person who was, playing her.
Well, that may be, but I think you're better off without her because she can be a not so very nice person to young people. I know I've seen it happen. But if you agree not to come down here and mess with her anymore, I promise not to tell anybody about this too. And it can just be our secret.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Deal.
She holds out her hand like super like formal, waiting for her to as if she's gonna shake hands.
Pox reaches behind her or reaches into one of their pockets and gives you a. I'm trying to think what they would have for reserves here. Gives you like half a dozen cashews, and then scampers away.
The dead beetle.
Right. Does Pox leave the basement?
Yeah, Pox runs out.
I want to search the body.
Okay. The body is pretty bare. It's what she was wearing when she went into prison. She fought without weapons. She conjured them. And yeah, there's nothing really to find on her. It's just a very beat up corpse of a old woman.
Looking around, oh, does she have still have the clothes on her that she was wearing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take her head and cut it off and wrap it in the clothes that she was wearing.
Oh no.
So that I can carry it out and nobody can immediately see that there's a head that it's in my hand. And then I'm going to go somewhere and go dispose of it outside of the cellar.
Okay.
And as
So
I'm doing it,
one.
you're torturing an animal. My person was already dead. And I'm just muttering to myself,
I'm
stupid
painting
fucking
a doll.
bitch.
I'm painting a doll in
And as
little Siren military garb.
I look at Warren as I walk by, and I'm just like, problem solved. And thanks
Oh,
for
God.
fixing her other dolls.
I didn't know it was a problem in the first place. Just figured you lot care more about her than I do. And I'm gonna keep painting, and I'm gonna go. And this one's Remy. I'm gonna paint Remy, and I'm gonna paint the whole gang.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I wander
want to
off in a
imagine.
way.
Yeah. How do you dispose of it?
Well, what's outside, of the tower? Like, what can I see immediately around me?
It's a lot of the same in terms of
Probably a big pillar of black smoke.
Yeah, you see that definitely. There's a lot of just
fog,
and underneath the water in some places you can see the tops of structures that have all been just piled atop one another, all at odd angles and things.
Do I know that the pillar of smoke is in the direction that that puppet
Pocket? Pocket is such a cute name.
Polly Pocket.
that Puppet and Jolly went?
That would be a reasonable. I think you saw that. Yeah, I think you saw Puppet storm off because you were telling her to fuck off.
I will kind of walk that direction then and see what I find. And if I make it all the way to the pile of smoke, I'll throw her head in that.
I think you make it like you each run into each other them on the way back, you on the way there. Puppet has got her arms full of like dead animals and things.
Well, on the
Um,
way back, remember, I have some words for Jolly.
Oh yes. How about you catch them in the middle of that conversation?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, walking back, just armfuls of raw meat that are slowly smoking from the inside out. Sidling up next to Jolly.
Oh, is Frizzy back by now?
Silence if
I
he
don't know.
is.
He's still muted.
I've been here a
Oh.
long time. I just had myself muted. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Hello. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to Jolly's foot.
Still hanging on to Jolly's foot.
Yeah,
I like
I'm just
as
sort of
dude's
like-
walking, like you're just
Yeah.
riding on the foot.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're pretty much. Wait, aren't you? How big
You're
are
both
you?
small size, but he's like 2 feet. He's the small end of small.
All right, and
like
she's the big end
2
of
foot
small. Okay,
Mhm.
I guess that would work. It would be really fucking awkward, but yeah.
Puppet, without really even looking at her, just looking ahead, says, you know, you were right before.
What? Calling you a hypocrite?
That and cowardice. This thing is full of cowardice.
This thing? You mean you? Your body?
Us, yes.
Okay.
We haven't. I haven't taken everything yet, so sometimes they interfere and infect us with their fears and sorrows and machinations.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't get too hung up on it.
Well, we're not the only one. You may look upon us as a problem, but the others are just as bad.
Some of
This
the others are
weird-
more fun, though.
You say that now. But Weirin owes allegiance to no one but his prince. This Mo, loyal to her people, would sell us out in an instant. Thaleda claims over and over again that she was never meant to belong in that prison, and we both know that is a lie.
Yep.
All of them at first opportunity will abandon us, but you were there in the beginning. You helped us escape. You were offered a deal by Lovegood. So perhaps our anger towards you was misplaced. But
Well,
it's hard
that's
to
not where
find
I was
allies.
expecting this to go.
Me neither.
Well, if we're to continue to travel together, it makes sense to have someone keep an eye on things, cover my blind spots. Because the others, like so many people, are just enemies in waiting. You should be careful, Charlie.
Puppet. Let me let you in on a little secret. Even if they were to sell me out or, you know, take priority of their prince over me, or whatever. It's not personal. I don't take those things personally. I couldn't. Everyone has a reason for doing something. And yeah, I might not trust them. And I definitely think they're all fucking liars. And I definitely think we all deserve to be in the prison.
You hear Jello audibly gasp.
Especially this one. But anyway, I don't remember where I was going with this. Listen, I'm gonna die soon. And I can't prevent that. So that's my goal right now. And I think helping you and everyone else in the team, honestly, will give me a better shot at living. But yeah, I've always got an eye open, though. An eye on my own back.
Well, I've recently lost a pair of eyes. So, I want to make an offer.
Do I have to sell my soul for this?
Would you like to?
What do I get?
He suddenly looks very eager.
It really depends.
We can offer power.
Don't need it.
revenge. We can offer revenge, protection, retribution, love.
Love with you?
Love with whatever you desire.
Well, first one, don't need it. First one, I had it. Or the second one, I had it. Everything else sounds kind of boring. I don't know. I'll think about it.
How bitterly disappointing.
Hey, listen, Lovegood gave me, first one was on him. First one was on the house, You got a
But no,
sample?
this offer comes without strings. Simply to share resources and information and look out for each other.
All right. That doesn't cost me nothing, really, so I'm down.
At this point, Saleda, you are walking towards them with your head, or rather, someone else's head. I think you see each other before you can hear each other. But that's up to y'all.
You would see Puppet's face and hands completely covered in like ash and dried blood, but her white gown is still immaculate in perfect condition.
Walking up, like, Salida just looks at her and kind of cocks her head and goes, "How do you do that? Like, the rest of you is filthy, but that gown is pristine. I really need to learn that trick of yours."
Yeah,
Speaking of,
wearing white is just asking for trouble.
it really is.
I don't have this issue.
Yeah, I guess
Jello,
you're
with
technically
them.
nude, right?
Well, I mean, I have this hugs at leather armor, but I mean, yes.
Puppet, you're covered in ash. Is that a fire there behind you, and were you involved?
But of course,
Perfect.
something took something from us.
And you also see, like, at this point that Jolly's got some blood smeared on her cheek and that she's carrying, like, a bunch of weird-looking meat and has Jello on her foot and a trident over her shoulder.
Yeah. Looks like you guys had some fun and got a new toy out of it.
Yep.
Some would call it fun.
More than one.
I wouldn't.
Oh. Perfect.
Mhm.
For what it's worth, the Hobgoblin was asking Mo, I guess they know each other or part of, I don't know. I don't understand where it came from. But he apparently cares about her opinion on things. And she
I
says she
give
trusts
Jolly a side glance, like a knowing "I told you so" kind of look.
Jolly isn't.
she apparently said she trusted some of the party, but not all of the party. And I simply say that to say that Warren and his robot are outside the house as they weren't welcome in. And I don't believe you two would be either, based on what I heard about that conversation. Jello,
Not me?
you are though. You were.
But you said I'm not.
No, you are.
I'm confused.
S- um, Jolly and Puppet are not.
Well, that's entirely
But
fucking
why?
unacceptable, and I start marching towards the tower.
Well, no, that's
And
not very nice. I agree with you. I
I
kind of hop along.
I look at Jolly and I'm just like, I don't know. He was asking Mo her opinion on who she trusted, and she pretty much said Jello unequivocally, like without any issues, and myself for some reason. But yeah, the Hobgoblin made it clear that you guys could all camp out outside. So I wanted to give you a heads up so you weren't expecting, you knew what to expect getting there. And I've got some business to take care of. I'm gonna go track down that fire.
That fire was made by us, so.
Perfect. So you can point me in the direction. Just keep following the way you came, I assume?
We set a silo on fire. Why do you want to go there?
There's
Nothing's
a few,
there.
like it's pretty much burned down. It's just smoldering.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that. She just sees the smoke.
But
Right. But Jolly would know that.
yeah, Jolly would
Anyways.
explain that to you.
Damn.
Why do you want to go see
Well-
a fire? You can make a fire here if you want.
No, just I need to dispose of some things. I'll catch you back up at the house.
All right. Jolly kind of sits down, starts making camp, cook her tent to thighs.
You're not gonna go back and at least camp with everybody else?
Oh, are we not? Oh, yeah, she would.
No.
I didn't realize we weren't quite at the house yet. She would go that way.
Okay.
I will head off to the silo to bury the head in smoldering embers.
All right. Mo, I don't know what if you've been catching up on
What?
with Ezeblob, I guess.
Yeah.
Some more
Should
of
be asking her about these cash, whatever.
a cash call.
Call.
Yeah, I've been trying to stay away from them, and you should too. Granted, you have the bond and I don't, so we're in slightly different boats. They're not the only goblins here. There are the wild goblins, and anyone who's been touched by the Delkir, anyone who has encountered them directly in combat or otherwise, anyone who has come close enough to the orchestra
Would she know that they were sort of bad cash rather than?
You wouldn't get that impression yet.
No.
All you know is that they're the keepers of the blood, as the name says.
Yeah.
But he's saying, they because they're still at war with the Delkir. These are the ones that never buried themselves, or at least maybe they buried themselves so well that when they dug themselves out, They were totally lost, totally forgotten. When they buried themselves out, they were here instead of there. But they've been at war with the Delkir for a very long time, and unlike the goblins on shit, what's the name of the continent? I'd said it a bunch of times and I forgot it now.
Corvair.
I want to Corvair, yeah. Unlike the goblins on Corvair, they haven't all lost the bond yet. They've been very strict in keeping anyone who might be suspect away and putting down those who have. They have a. They have this thing that they do. This is where I found Pox. They send those who are corrupt, who are starting to show corruption, those who might become corrupt. They send them away off to some island to be sacrificed. I don't really know the details beyond that, but I found Pox on a boat with 4 or 5 other goblins heading towards this island in the middle of nowhere to be sacrificed for the good of goblin kind, and I rescued it from there because, I mean, why not, right? But yes, that's they are very afraid of any goblin who does not have the bond or who they can't prove has the bond, and that includes me, and that might include you. So I would do my best to stay away.
I am
Sometimes they
not-
deal with. Oh, sorry.
I am not familiar with them, so
Neither was I. I don't really know where they came from, but like I said, it seems like they've been entrenched here for hundreds and hundreds of years, probably dating back to when we lost Corvair. I mean, they have been at war with the Orphan for probably 1,000 years and have got nowhere with it, but they've stayed strong, which is more than we can say for the goblins of Corvair in the end. Yeah, that's the basics of the Keshkal. They're not bad, but they're not going to be good to us. Not unless you can prove who you are, but I doubt it. I've just been trying to keep my nose out of trouble mostly, and have largely succeeded at that. Fort Forfeit is kind of a no man's land. No one seems to. The goblins don't bug us there too much. But that's them.
interesting.
Uh,
Well, thank you for being so hospitable.
Yeah. Do you plan on tomorrow morning? Fox and we're going to head out to Fort Forfeit anyways. I believe the orchestra has passed it by. If you want to join, you're welcome to. And I think I said before, if you think you can rein in your people, you're welcome to join us. Otherwise, you'll be going on foot, and it is very hard to navigate
It
this
might
place
help
on foot.
to rein them in if we allowed them in tonight. I can help protect you by
If you're certain, then I mean our top floor is.
I
Hey.
can put a hut up inside your tower to protect. I'll have to stay in it, but if you and Pox want to join me in there, then if you fear the others, it will give you some protection.
That is a remarkable solution. Yes, I should have known better than to doubt a dirge singer. You have a solution to every problem. It seems. Yes, that should work famously. I will get Pox and you and those you trust can stay in under your protection, and the rest can take this tower for shelter without endangering us. I think
Thank
that
you.
should work quite well. yeah, otherwise we are kind of biding our time here. And, yeah, enjoy the run of the tower, I suppose.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we can move on to everyone is coming back. Then it's still pretty much afternoon. Like, it's not been a very long day so far, even though it's been a lot of session time. But y'all are back into the tower, and
Try to go through the door, like immediately.
okay, I gotta put your tokens back on the fucking map. You come through the door immediately, and Azabel sort of takes a step back and looks to Mo for guidance.
I just look around and it's like, smart of you not to lock this.
It's a curtain in a hole in the wall.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I thought it was a door.
No, because the main floor is
You
downstairs.
I want to knock on the
and it was
curtain.
flooded. So they basically put a hole in the side of the second story and a curtain to block it off.
Then forget I said that.
Yes,
No, you have to keep it. That's canon.
No, because there's not a door there. It doesn't make any fucking sense. She just storms in and looks at Mo and whatever balls his name is.
Zibel. Zibs to his friends.
Okay.
You are not his friend, so don't worry about that, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Jello, you are. The bar for
She-
friends is low now.
Just sweeps.
okay.
She sweeps the curtain aside, and just looks at Mo and as a blal. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Clearly expecting an argument.
Oh, also, as you're coming in, you walk right by Weirin, who's painting some dolls and reminiscing about the good old days. He's just... You see one that looks a lot like Valentine.
Yeah, I'm just a right fucking lad, aren't I? Just painting. That's me.
You just see Jello walk up and point to them. I know this one. He's Candleman.
You're so fucking cute, you little shite. You need to stop it. Fucking asshole, that's not fair.
I can't
Fucking hate
I
it.
can't control it. You see Jello crying a little.
Yeah, fucking cry.
Okay.
Right.
You can't do
Oh.
that. Stick to your accent.
No, I'm fucking scouse now. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, no. Sorry, go on, Matt.
Right. So we'll be staying here tonight before moving on, correct?
Yes, with some provisions, yes. You can stay inside the tower.
I had worried that might not be the case.
My friend here has found a solution that is equitable to all parties. I have to insist that you stay the hell away from Pox, and if Pox comes to see you, I don't know. Just don't. He looks very tired at the idea of trying to get Pox to do anything that is sensible and safe.
Well, I don't know what Mo has been telling you.
He asked me who I trusted, and I, to the best of my knowledge, explained, at the end of the day, we are all criminals. And should any of us be trusted? That's it, you know. I have explained my situation to blah 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 blah.
It's Zibs. To his
Put
credit.
a name tag under his token or something.
I have to.
Azerbaijan is my favorite NPC.
Ziploc.
That is
way I
easier
can-
to say.
And
I need to like.
I'm gonna start calling him Iqbals.
Asbach.
All right. Well,
but that he give us shelter, and in return I will help protect, because we still have the wardens after us. I will put up the hut for Pox and Zibloc.
yes, you'd want to keep the goblin murderer out, right?
Who is the goblin murderer?
Who
Oh,
is
you
the
don't know.
goblin murderer?
Waged a whole campaign. I'm hoping I'm getting this correct, by the way.
Kind of, but I don't know if Puppet would really know her history well enough to
To correct you.
like. You would not know well enough to.
To know that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Ah, Eva.
Goblin murderer?
Yes, the man outside that would like to see your entire species wiped from the face of this land, and so it could be reclaimed by his king or
Oh,
prince.
Go.
What?
Reclaimed. We're okay. I don't know how to tell you this.
Oh.
I guess you didn't hear. That's right. We're not anywhere near Sire Dargoon or Corvair. We are somewhere altogether lost. We are not in anyone's land.
Go.
Would I have any side of insight as to what that means or what this place is now that that's been mentioned?
No.
Okay.
This has no relation to your.
is he
Okay.
referring to Haruk?
Go on.
And
So Puppet was referring to Weirin, who
oh, right.
is a Sire soldier. So Dargoon
Okay.
basically killed a whole bunch of people from Sire and rebelled.
Hashtag you're filthy fucking backstabbers. Hashtag I hate you handsomely.
Yeah. And so he wants revenge, but he is not actually. There's not been a full-scale military campaign against Dargoon from Sire.
Oh.
I mean, if I had my fucking opportunity.
But Dargoon, and then there's Dakani, which is
Yeah, you got
older
your peoples.
than Sire.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I might know your peoples, but I don't know your peoples, so I just
Yeah.
assume you're one of the bad ones. I'm
Yeah.
racist.
Yes.
And nationalist.
Even if she knew that, she would still lie. By the way, and say
Yeah,
what
of
she
course.
said.
Are you shit stirring?
Hey, Frosty, real quick.
Mhm.
Is this meat edible as like I'm cooking it?
I'm trying to think here. It's kind of. It sort of falls apart into two different like sections as you're cooking it, and so like this calamari-esque, fishy kind of, or I guess mollusky meat, comes off, and then you have a red meat there too, and you're just cooking them together now. And it is hard to cook them at the same time. But whether they look edible, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's frying up like anything.
She'll
So a bit
probably
like the
say,
red part smells like pork.
You could dip the rings in, you know.
Yeah, she'd probably take like a mouthful of one, be like pleasantly surprised, and then like pull back the curtain and just like with a mouthful of food be like, "Does anyone want some meat?
I
You hungry?
I have
This
my
is
own
really
thing.
good." All right, you ate a dead snake.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
No, we didn't. Now, where might be there a comfortable place to rest?
Our top floor has a collection of discarded beds. I tried to get some of the others from Fort Forth to join us here, but they thought they had better places because they're idiots.
Gonna
This is-
stop at the stairs and kind of look at him. Don't suppose you would have a brass censer and several sticks of incense, would you?
He stares at you for a minute and says, "Not for you, I don't."
Hmm.
Oh no. You guys were just getting along.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was so good. Well, it lasted.
Okay. She smiles at him, her eyes droopy and kind of languid, and then makes her way up the stairs. She'll take care of that later.
How about for me?
I can't wait for Matt.
I can trade you this thing, she says with the trident.
What on? I don't think I need a trident.
You could sell it. I mean, it's a trade.
Maybe you should explain what you wanted.
She collects things. She just like takes sticks and nails and mustard seeds and plants. She's weird.
Oh, and Weirin, by the way, Jolly in front of you is waving around a magic item. I don't know if you have identified, but you're the magic item expert of the group, so.
I mean, it could give me a. Let me actually check. Do I? Not today. I could do it tomorrow. But I haven't been asked. If I'm asked, I'll look at it. But
All right.
I'm too busy with my painter's tools.
Well,
Okay.
does the goblin dude give me incense for it?
He takes a moment and he says, "I don't want this particularly. You can sell it yourself at Fort Forth, but I'm sure someone will have use for it. I can't go to the trading post. It is run by the cash call, so usually sell to presentable person like yourself, and they go to the cash call and get their stuff
Alright, well,
sold."
I tried.
Yep.
Just watch your back, she says, and lets the curtain fall. Hey, old
Sounded
man.
ominous.
Hey, old man. Hey, old man. Hey, old man.
Am I the old man?
Yes.
You look old.
You should call him a cripple.
Yes, hello, small person.
Yeah, seen this before. Holds out the trident.
Have I seen this before?
No, you have not seen this kind of trident before. But like I said, it's studded with dragon shards, and it's, you know. Oh, you want to roll something?
Sure.
Look at my little table.
You tell me what to roll.
Arcana, I guess.
I can do that. That's a 30.
Jesus.
Huh?
Fuck. Okay, you don't need the identify spell anymore. That spell is useless to you. Fuck pearls and things like that. You just look at that thing and you say, "Oh, that's a trident of commanding fish," or whatever the fuck it's called.
I'll look at it. I'll just trace a hand along it, and I'll try to inspect to see if there's any maker's mark, but I probably won't.
There is no maker's.
Is D&D Beyond.
Yes. There's no maker's mark on this. What you find when you look at it is that it seems to be like there is something a little bit alien about the way it's been put together. Yes, Puppet, you can. Everyone is going to be able to short rest here unless you do something tremendously.
Are we short resting or long
dangerous.
resting?
You'll be able to long rest too, but it's like noon, so I don't know if you guys do something else, but
Okay.
probably I think it makes most sense to just skip ahead to the long rest into the morning.
Okay.
But yeah.
I will look at it.
Here's what you're able to glean with a
Yeah, what
30 Arcana.
What am I gleaming? That was a 18 plus an 8 plus a 4. So.
Yeah, no, that's a hell of a lot. One of the first things you glean is that like this metalwork is done in a way that has no real like. This doesn't look how you normally like. It's all cold forged. It's not it's not oxidized. There's a bunch of little hints about it that say that this was not made above the water. And the other thing about it is that its whole design, the like language of symbols upon it is all kind of alien to how a human would show things. And it comes across as this was probably not made by any land-dwelling creature.
So I will go. I've seen something like this before. How shall I render? I use them to ensure that no, well, annoying creatures interfere with their shipping, but nothing quite like this. If you want, and if you can find something in the ocean, you should be able to control it at least somewhat, though I can't say how well it will work.
Okay, sorry. There's Jack, if you've got to go soon, I have like one thing that's gonna happen tonight, and I just want to get to that rather than do it because it's a nice stinger to leave on. But if everyone's okay to skip ahead to that, I appreciate your
Sure.
description and your story and all that. But we gotta.
Wow.
I will say though, like just in case, I will be expanding my 2 level 2 warlock slots to get 6 sorcery points back,
Mm-hmm.
and they get the slots back after short rest. Just in case I need all that stuff.
Okay, coffee lock.
Yep.
Okay, so as everyone goes off to bed, those who are not welcome stay on the top floor, Puppet, and those that are welcome are in a tiny hut that's on this floor over here, Pox. Zibs, that'll be Saleta, Mo, and Jello. And you can, if you're invited up to this cool club, then you could also go there if you prefer. But otherwise, you're in a sort of spectral tent that Mo has put together. And Saleta, as you meditate, I suppose is the right word, you find yourself revisiting the nightmare that you were in before. The one where everything that the old lady had told you came to pass. You know, your skin is flayed from your body and your eyes are popped out or your neck is broken or whatever it all was. And as you jolt to full consciousness, you see Pox laying in their cot, staring right at you, and then as soon as you open your eyes, they close theirs. And that's where we'll end off for this session.
Okay.
has the weird thing taken a new body?
Nobody knows.
Oh no!
Kinda
Oh
sounds-
no! That's totally what happened because the little child kept calling that a puppet and a toy and a vessel. The little baby is the thing. I told you I should have lopped the head off of this fucking child. Y'all all said it was a baby. I wasn't trusting it. I insight checked the fuck out of this thing. And y'all were just like, dude, it's so cute.
I mean, it wasn't
Did
malicious
you chop
towards
off
you.
Jello's head though?
He's not a baby. He's a rabbit.
Wow!
Jolly isn't acting all like gaga over him. Over
Yeah, like Jolly, Jello, and Puppet weren't even really there.
But even like the first time that Jolly
Yeah.
met Pox, like she wasn't gaga. She has definitely not been gaga over Jello either.
I just
Um,
want to mention that, like, 2 days ago, Logan was talking about how Mama Bones was going to be in Adern 2, but she'd be like a little girl now. Like, the host has moved on.
She's found another body.
She's found another body, and I just want to, like, it was so hard for me not to be like, I thought of it first, though. No, I already had it in my campaign. No. You're going to think I stole it from you now.
Don't spoil it.
See, you
Sorry.
confirmed my theory. You.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing, so it doesn't really spoil it too much.
Yeah. The second that child was like, no, that was a toy.
Right? Yeah.
It was my favorite toy.
Yeah.
Can you put it back together? I went, nope,
Yeah.
this is not my pay grade. I make corpses. I don't fix them. We got Jurassico halflings for that shit. That ain't me. I speak halfling only to negotiate with my healer. That's it.
Can I